Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome to This is Football. Welcome to another Premier League review show. Ladies and gentlemen, we are out here. And there are a few main characters this week, a few teams this week that have just been absolutely humiliated. A team that's possibly bottling the title. So there's a lot to speak about, ladies and gentlemen. City win again. Ooh, shock horror. They're through to the FA Cup final, which I will be supporting them in. Let's get that right off the bat, just straight away. So even though they're in a title race and they drew at home to Southampton, there's only one big loser first to bring on the channel. One big, massive loser. He's not massive in size, but when he loses, he's a massive loser, He's a very bad loser because he starts complaining about everything and, oh my God, this guy said this and this guy said that and all of that. So, he just goes against his club. He wants Son sold. He wants Kane sold. He's had enough of his club. He wanted Conte to stay, though, so... that's fair enough. So joining us on the channel is none other than the man, the myth, the legend, requested as per the people and as per the panelists because they want his blood, is none other than the man himself, 5'2" of nastiness. Alan, how you doing, bro?
First of all, I'm not that short. I'm not much bigger, but I'm not that short. That's just, don't be sizes now. And also, I don't make excuses. I tell it how it is. There's a difference. You lie on my name, kiss my ass, Sam. But thanks for having me on as always, bro.
You're always welcome, my brother. As per the guy who requested Alan for the bloodbath, he's back on the channel again, ladies and gentlemen, representing Arsenal Football Club to the finest of his abilities, even though it's a hard time to present Arsenal. This is why when I was pressuring him in December to tell me if he's going to win the league, he told me I'm going to wait till April. Now I know why. So joining us on the channel is Arsenal's finest. Man like Kunle. How you doing, bro?
Oh yeah, now my people. It's your dark-skinned man from the motherland. If you didn't know before, tonight you got to understand. And my guy Alan in the freaking building. Brother, I'm in London, bro, so I'm coming to check you, bro. Come to check you. I flew all the way from Lagos to come and see you, my guy. How you doing?
Well, I welcome you with open arms. Maybe when you go back, you might be empty-handed like Arsenal. You never know.
The season won't be over by then, so you never know. We never can tell.
Okay. Sending shots already. That's wild.
Big up.
Also joining us on the channel representing Arsenal Football Club. You guys have seen him on the channel 100 times already. We've worked together 100 times. You've seen us on the terrace together. Arsenal's representative whenever there's problems and whenever they're winning. They try crash it on him when they're losing, but he holds his own. I can't lie, I watched Zayn in the post-match. I'm like, yo, Zayn, why are you crashing it on them for? Like, it ain't that deep, to be honest with you. But joining us on the channel is none other than the man himself. Also here to crash it on Alan Clark. Man like Egal. How you doing, bro?
I'm good.
We can't hear you.
I'm good, mashallah. Everything's blessed, bro. Hope you're well.
Alhamdulillah. I'm glad you're good, my brother. Big up to you. Man said leave my guy Alan alone. Staffy, all this time I thought you're an Arsenal fan, you bastard. You turned out you're a Sportman United.
He said he needs to speak to you because he has some things to say. So hopefully you can get him on.
He has some things to say to who? Me?
Yeah, as a United fan.
I can't lie. No United fan can get change out of me. Today they had to assemble the Avengers just to get something out of me on Twitter, and didn't work. So they can hold that respectfully. Anyway, now in order of winners, this guy beat Sheffield. So it's not that deep that he beat Sheffield. But make no mistake, I will be there for him on the exact same front line when the FA Cup final comes. Because as the famous saying goes, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. And my eternal enemy, Man United, are in an FA Cup final against this guy, Riyad Mahrez hat-trick at Wembley. None other than the man himself. City represent. And for the 100th time, you uncultured bastards. Just because he has a North American accent doesn't mean he's American. He's Canadian. He's from the land of the maple syrup, not from the land of the pancake. So joining us on the channel is none other than the man himself, man like Vader. How you doing?
Hey! I had to be here, man. We've had a few shows, we've had a few conversations. Things have gotten pretty intense. I'm here for Alan. I'm also here for Arsenal. And if my man ends up joining, if a United fan comes through, that FA final will be a serious conversation as well. But Hussam, I know you're with me for that final. We're gonna have a good time.
Why is everyone here for me? I thought we were all friends. What's going on,
Blue
guys?
Moon,
We're
you
all
get me,
friends.
Blue Moon. No, there's no friends. When
I'm with
here.
them for the final too. Bun man, you bro.
Hey,
100%,
you're welcome.
100%.
Everyone's
Yo,
welcome.
Igal, do you mean Staffy wanted to come on today's show? Is that what you mean? I
Yes,
can't
you're
hear you,
muted.
Igal.
He just wanted to come on and speak to you whenever. So if you want him to come on right now, he can
Send
come
him
on
the
right
link,
now.
then.
probably.
Send him the link because this guy trying to challenge me publicly. I'm here for it, bro.
Enough
You
said,
talk
I'll
shit
send
on
him the
my
link.
name. I'm gonna whoop his ass. Yo, Staffy, let me just tell you one thing, brother. You know, I ain't one of them nice guys. Eh? You open your mouth, it's over for you, bro. I'm telling you right now.
I
Anyway,
sent
and
him I
finally,
sent
the
him the
biggest
invite.
winner
Don't
of this
worry.
week. You know, Vater might go like, Hussam, I should be the biggest winner. But you beat Sheffield. But what happened in the top 4 race was not normal. Because Alan
Not
Clark's
normal.
team pulled up to the northeast, ladies and gentlemen, all the way to St. James's Park. And Alan was in the crowd. And he was sat there, you know, in the high heavens and the away ends, as they call them. And he watched his team hold 6 goals, all scored by this man's team, representing Newcastle United, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have to get used to having Newcastle fans on these shows because they're just part of the group now, you know? So joining us on the channel is none other than the man himself, always has 500 different colors of lighting behind him. Man like Steve. How you doing, bro?
Time to piss the league in about 3 years, man. Hey, Vader, we're gonna have some nice title races.
Wow.
We're so good. We're brilliant. We've got the second best striker in the league, the best defense in the league, and it's just onwards and upwards from here. With apparently a manager that can't coach a defense either. So, Hussam, I'm sorry. I just you take a man from a relegation battle and then you give me this. How do I cope with this? This is new land for me. It's like I'm Columbus exploring America. It's like, wow, what is this? It's incredible, bro. I can't process it.
I understand. I understand. It's like giving a homeless man Wagyu beef. I get it.
It's incredible.
Yeah,
but thanks for having me on, bro. Thanks for having me.
You're always welcome, Steve. You're always welcome. So 120 people are in here already. We ain't even started yet. Guys, we're on 25 likes. This is not the behavior of This Is Football subscribers. Stop what you're doing this very second. Slap that like button. Subscribe to This Is Football if you're ready to do so. Every single person watching us right now. Stop what you're doing this very second. Slap the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so right
Let's
now.
get those Alexander Isak rates of efficiency.
And can we get some hug emojis for Alan in the comment section as well?
Yeah, and make sure you spam the comment section with a bunch of hug emojis. But before
kisses,
that,
yeah.
you know,
bro. Got you.
I kind of like this YouTube game. So I like when someone challenges me publicly because I'm out here in the streets. I'm out here in the dirty streets as well because I'm on the spaces. I'm not just in the regular streets. I'm in the streets. I'm in the streets. I'm in the places where they run the worst agendas. So all I'm going to tell this guy is before I bring him on the channel is you best be prepared, my brother. Because if you challenge me, I come with all ammunition. I come with knives, I come with guns, I come with bare fist, whatever you want. We're good to go. So joining us on the channel is Arsenal fan, Man United fan, man like Staffy. How you doing, bro?
Well, first of all, I'm going to be a polite guy and say salam alaikum and thank you for having me before I say anything else. So I come in peace for now. And I don't know why you keep saying Arsenal fan, like the background doesn't show it. But
bro, I thought I saw you on the terrace twice, and I thought you were an Arsenal fan every single time.
I was on the Liverpool match reaction yesterday, but you left early. And I've only been on one Arsenal match reaction, which didn't go really well for Igal last time. But that's it. I've been on every Man United match
because
reaction.
you went on when they won, right?
No, it was me and Zayn basically trying to crash their party earlier this week when they drew
All
with
the time I thought this guy's an Arsenal fan. He supports Man United. Okay. So
no, I've been on every Man United match reaction for about 2-3 weeks now. I'm new into
Okay.
Yeah,
this shit,
Hussam, you got to get with the program, man. Come on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stop lacking.
Sam doesn't watch Man United.
So when we get to the United section, we'll see what he
I'll
has
tell you something.
prepared.
For someone who doesn't watch Man United, I mean, our name is on his tongue a lot. You know, we have a lot of real estate in Hussam's mind. So
This is the
I
same
hope
man
I
that
never
predicted
claimed I don't watch
Newcastle
Man
below
United.
West Ham. Also,
what's that, Steve?
I
this is
never
also the
claimed I
man
don't
that
watch Man
predicted
United.
Newcastle to finish below West Ham United. So
Yeah.
Who did that? Who said that?
Hussam,
No, because you know what it is. Staffy came up here saying he coming with peace. I don't think he's being peaceful. So Staffy, my brother,
No.
when did I
Introduction was
claim
peaceful.
that I don't watch Man United? Can you tell me?
No. Igal just said that when I said, "How did you not know I'm a Man United fan?" And he was like, "Hussam doesn't watch Man United." I was just
No, I
replying
watch
to that.
all the big 6 teams. I watch them all because as a content creator, you have to.
Even Spurs.
I said Man United reactions. He probably didn't watch the
Oh,
reactions.
okay.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't hear
watch
that. Yeah. I was just replying to what he said.
Whenever you guys win, there's no reason for me to watch the
I'm
reaction.
not
I
meeting
can't
up,
lie.
you know.
You guys,
But you were too loud today. You weren't quiet, even though we won. So
I'm always loud. It's the Arab gene.
This is
my
true.
guy.
This is true.
Yeah. From the Middle East, you're always gonna be loud. But anyway, we'll come to you later in the United thing.
Yeah,
Now
there's
it's
more
time
important
crack
issues
on
to
Alan.
deal with. This Hussam. Let's
Yeah,
not get
exactly. Because
distracted,
this
bro.
guy lost 6-1 to Newcastle. 6-1.
Running through the 6 with my
6-1.
woes.
you know how this shit goes.
Running through the 6 with my woes.
You know,
Hey,
you wanna
you
hear
know how
the-
that shit goes.
you wanna hear the funniest part? I'll tell you the funniest part, right? This is how I know the Spurs fans have added up to here. I was watching Big Six Bands, shout out Mons, earlier on, and Ethan was going like, when the second Isaac goal happened, I thought they were just showing the replay of the first game. I thought they were just showing the Isaac goal again. And then there you are. They're actually not showing the Isaac goal again. They're showing the second Isaac goal. So,
Hussam,
Mr.
there was a
Alan
worse
Clark,
part. Sorry, before Alan comes in, there was a worse part. I've never seen it or heard it in football ever. Please let me know if the panel have or the comment
I
section.
never thought another goal was the replay ever.
No, I heard the Newcastle faithful screaming for Nick Pope to shoot. Have you ever seen that, guys? Like, have you? Tell me if you've ever seen that ever. I've never seen the fan base asking the goalkeeper
That's
to take a shot, bro.
Bro, they were
Okay,
doing
Alan?
olays. The fans were doing olays at the 38th minute. I have never heard olays that early. I didn't think that was possible.
100%.
Tottenham breaking records.
So,
bro.
Mr. Clarkey, go on.
Oh, okay. It's my turn. I've said this on numerous occasions.
Of course,
today,
it's your
so
turn. Who else got better
I'm
this
just going to
week?
repeat it
This
again.
is your show, bro.
That was an absolutely disgusting, disgraceful performance. Everyone's to blame. Unlike some Spurs fans that go, well, you can't blame this one. No, they're all to blame. I will say it again, like I've said, ever since we got rid of Conte, I wanted Conte out, but I wanted a new manager in. Still waiting. You've got Conte like there again, still doing that. He's literally just going, okay. I don't understand how he can go away to Newcastle, big game with a team that plays really well at home and lost 1 or 2 games or maybe lost 1 game this season at home and go, I know, we're going to go from a back 3 to a back 4. Okay, that's fair enough, Stellini. That's good. Yeah, you can go to back 4. You've prepared for this, though, haven't you, Stellini? Oh, yeah, we've prepared for this. Have you fucking done anything about it? No, you haven't. You've literally sent a bunch of... You could have grabbed 11 fans from the stadium, put them on the pitch and gone, there you go, defend. And they would have done just as good a job as the trash that was on the pitch. It was absolutely diabolical. Lloris, I don't know. It was like he was a fish diving. He weren't putting his arms out. He was like flapping in the goal. Romero, for me, disgusting. Yeah, literally disgusting from Romero. His attitude. He can go if he doesn't want to be at Spurs. Porro, who's a right wing back, who's good going forward. You decide to play him at right back, and he gets absolutely torn apart. Højbjerg, the absolute prick, laughing at 3-0 down with a smile on his face. You can absolute bellend. Get him out of my club.
It was a nervous laugh, Alan.
A little.
If you don't laugh, you cry, man.
No, literally. Exactly. He had a smile on his face. And people go, oh, we want him to be captain. Piss off, Sam. Seriously. Oh, God, I've done this so much.
Why are
mate.
you so
You've got
camera
great
shy?
hairs.
You're so
My great
camera
hairs
shy for
just
a content
coming through
creator.
just watching this Tottenham shit. I'm literally going to be Gandalf by the end of this season. I really am. It's getting that bad. I don't understand how on earth more of this fan base isn't Enoch and Levy out through the fact that you've got this thing. The Spurs fan base picks one person to blame, and that's it. They won't change their mind. But like I've said on the Gals channel just now, Enoch and Levy haven't brought in a new manager, so you're basically leaving Stellini, who was Conte's number 2, who plays his tactics, pretty much his formation apart from today. And when you change the formation, you can see what kind of a shit show you get. So they haven't addressed the fact. So then you leave Stellini in charge, who can't manage because they've down to, and the players have down tools since Conte's gone because I don't want to play for him. They're not going to play for Stellini now, and it's just a shit show, and it's allowed to go on. The best thing that can happen to Spurs, and it will be an absolute disgusting thing for me because I don't give Arsenal credit for finishing 8th twice. And if Spurs go on to finish 8th twice, Spurs go on to finish 8th this season, I will not give them credit. It's an absolute failure of a season for Spurs. But the best thing for Spurs is to fall outside of Europe because that will wake our own up because they like the money in their back pocket. They like getting into European football. And if it happens this season when we don't, because we could, Villa at this moment in time, Villa are going to overtake us, Brighton are going to overtake us, Liverpool are going to overtake us. Fucking, you might even chuck Fulham in there. That's how bad we are at the moment.
Brentford.
Chuck Fulham in there, and we'll be out of European football. And that will make our board actually go, oh, we need to get something right so we can get back into European football because that's what they see as success because it puts money in their back pocket. This part of Spurs is the worst part of Spurs that I've seen in some time. How you've gone so shit so quick from under Poch, I'll never know. You can keep dancing on all you like, my friend, and all that.
Music to my ears, bro.
Finally getting excited in April of a season where you've been top most of the time. You know, it's good to show
We're
up.
still top, actually. We're still top.
Finally show up. But anyway, going back to Spurs, yeah, we're in absolute shambles.
We never left Spurs, bro.
And there's problems from top to bottom. A lot needs to change, but it won't. It won't change because we've got them owners. Literally, we're begging out for like a Nagelsmann or a manager like that, and we'll fucking get Brendan Rodgers. It's as simple as that. And
You get Brendan Rodgers.
We'll get Brendan Rodgers.
Please.
Guarantee it now.
Nah, he's in the gulag
Brendan
for
Rodgers will be
real.
manager.
He's in the gulag, you know. He's
Alan.
in the gulag.
Alan, who's the captain for your squad?
There are no captains in that team.
I'll tell you who it
Lloris-
is. It's Hugo
Lloris is
Lloris.
the captain.
Says a
You're
lot.
boss.
So Larry is a spitter and a quitter, and he's your captain. Nice one. There you go. Quit on you at halftime. Nice.
Listen,
happy
he should
days.
never. I said this earlier, Alan. Lloris should never play ever again for Tottenham.
No,
He
he
never,
shouldn't,
ever play again.
But Spurs fans have known. So literally, there are some Spurs fans that go like 4 seasons ago when he was still, although he had the odd mistake, people were like, but he was still giving you brilliant like performances and like world-class performances that were getting us points where we were dropping. Some Spurs fans were like that. Oh shit, get him out and all that. And only now it's happened where he's actually fallen off. But
So was Conte right all along then?
Hold on. Conte was right about some of these players, but also Conte is a hypocrite because his negativity, the way he was treating people, and his absolute appalling attitude, both on and off the pitches, all that was adding to this. So for people to go who are Conte fans go, oh, Conte was right. Well, your man caused a lot of these problems and added to it because he was.
He got you top 4. You weren't saying that then.
What was that?
You got you top 4. You weren't hyping up then, bro.
I've been piping up since October this season, so you're wrong on that as well.
Yeah, exactly. He got you top 4 before October, correct?
Hold on, but it was successful
Correct.
because you guys bottled it. So he got
No,
us
but
to-
you just validated my point. I said when he got you top 4, you weren't saying that, and then you said he complained from October. So my point is valid.
Hold on. He got us top 4, like Arsenal cried out for seasons, and you were happy to get top 4.
This has nothing to do with Arsenal, Alan. This has nothing to do with Arsenal.
Hold on. Arsenal fans were always
Bro,
saying that.
what's Arsenal got to do with this conversation? Bro? I don't understand. We're talking about Tottenham and Conte.
No.
Are we living in your head that much, bro?
Hypocrisy.
Of course.
Let me show the hypocrisy. Arsenal fans crying all the time, Wenger out, he's losing it. As soon as you got top 4, go on, Wenger, let's have another season. So stop the hypocrisy, right? When Conte was working, it was a success.
Alan, I addressed you and you addressed Arsenal fans. That's funny.
When Conte was working, it was going well. He showed what he could do. Then he didn't get backed. Well, actually, he did get back. Spurs fans use that as an excuse. He did get back to a certain extent because we filled problem areas that hadn't done that. He got the squad he wanted, and then he failed. So whereas some people are like, I'll support this manager regardless and all that. No, when the manager's doing right, he'll get my support. When the manager's doing wrong, he won't get my support. It's as simple as that. I won't go, manager done well for 4 or 5 months, so I'm going to give him another 2 seasons, another 3 seasons. I'm not going to sit there and watch a manager do absolute shit and go, I'm just going to continue supporting you because you've done well. I'm not going to see a manager do really well and go, oh no, you're shit. I don't want you in my club. I'm not like that. When things change, your opinion changes with it.
Yeah, let me back out Alan there.
Alan for a second. Let me just
because I feel like he's getting unjustified, criticism here. Like, why wouldn't he back his manager after he got him top 4? Spurs was a respectful team last year. Let's not kid ourselves. They went through a phase where they were very good defensively as well. And they got top 4, after they were in a really bad position. I don't remember when you guys hired Conte, but I remember the season wasn't going well. He came in and he switched the fortunes for you guys in the season, and you ended up with top 4. So it was justified to back him when he did that.
Conte, though.
Hey, bro, fuck all that, bro. They just lost 6-1 today. Why are we talking about Conte?
Let me jump in here.
Conte revision.
Let me jump in here. Let me jump in here.
Like game week 3. Have some shit.
No, not game week 3. I was October.
Game week 5.
I'm fighting for my life. God.
No, it's like game week 12.
Yeah, let it go.
Yeah, there you go.
Listen, Christian Romero, the best center half in the league.
He's so overrated.
Kulusevski better than Saka, people said. Harry Kane better than Henry, some people said. I'm telling you, this Tottenham team has been getting hyped for a long time. Bro, when he scored more than 300 goals, something like that, people were saying, oh, he's now surpassed Henry's goal record in the Premier League.
We don't care about 12-year-olds on Twitter. Yeah, we're talking about like real people.
Let's forget about the 12-year-olds.
I like the United ending.
1 second. Let's forget about the 12-year-old. Let's be honest here, first of all. Second minute of the game, 1-0. Second goal comes in the 6th minute. Ninth goal, third goal comes in the 9th minute. 19th minute into the game, number 4 from Isaac. 21st minute of the game, number 5 comes in. In 21 minutes, Tottenham Hotspur's season has been capitulated and thrown out the window. These guys were throwing bottles, everything they could to us, deservedly so on Friday. But little did we know that what happened Friday was going to be a mere minuscule fact to what happened to them today. We conceded 2 goals in 15 minutes. They conceded 5 in 21 minutes.
Yeah, but we know they're shit.
21 minutes. Listen.
But we've come here to talk about how shit they are, bro. So let's continue.
21 minutes.
Spurs said, hold my beer.
To concede 5 goals in 21 minutes is an absolute joke. Like, do you understand? To concede 5 goals in 90 minutes is hard.
Every week.
I got 5.
Listen, they finished the first half with the highest XG Newcastle have had this whole season.
Yeah.
The first half, and that's not even.
What was that XG? 15,
bro.
No, actually, it was like 2.5 or something. I don't pay it.
Bro, they ended the game. They ended the game with the XG of less than 4. They conceded more than that in the first half. Like, they conceded 25 shots. This team defensively is useless. This team, their midfield that they had out there was Sar.
Invisible.
Sar, who's a young kid, you can't even trust him. He's 20 years old. Oliver Skip, who's 22 years old, is a future captain of Tottenham, that some people told me. And Højbjerg, who's supposed to be one of the best DMs, saying better than Partey and stuff. You know what? Partey's been shocking. He's been worse than him.
He said he's better than Xhaka even, bro.
And then here comes their big bosses. They're supposed to have this super amazing front 3. Son, invisible the whole season. And Alan, you've called him out. Big up to you. A lot of Tottenham fans were saying, now this is a purple patch. He's going to start shooting on. I actually thought he was going to actually do decent in this game because he's been on 2 goals scoring streak. But Son has been shocking this season. He's been terrible, horrendous. He's now in his decline, 30 years old.
You still want him sold, Alan?
I would be surprised if he does anything next season. And
I don't understand how people can think 9 goals and the way he's putting bad performances is a fantastic thing.
He's never.
You know that
Spurs
ain't selling him,
certain fans from fan bases give people passes for a season or a season and a half. No.
And Hussam, let me just finish off.
Football where, because you've done something good for me for seasons, you can drop an absolute stinker the entire season, and we'll see you next season, mate. Great job. Yeah, you do that. No.
He's having a.
Let me just finish off by saying this. Let me just finish up by saying this. Joe Willock, masterclass performance. Isaac, masterclass performance. That whole Newcastle team deserves credit because we're going to make fun of Tottenham this whole time. That Newcastle team is categorically better than Tottenham. That Newcastle team is 10 times more drilled, more organized, and this Tottenham team is an absolute shambles. You guys are going to finish 8th or 9th this season. I genuinely believe you're going to drop down.
Wow, you think
That's
it's
how
that
bad
bad?
it's going to be.
Miguel,
I
you
think it's
said
gonna be
that
that
on your
bad.
last show, and I sent you the clip today. I don't know if you saw it. You exactly said it that same way, that they're categorically better than them, and they're gonna destroy them. I said it to you. I don't know if you saw it, and I go on Twitter.
Did I not say that too, like a couple weeks ago?
That's what I'm saying.
I
You
said
it
we
live.
were going to
You
win
just said
1-0.
that, yeah.
This is the
Yeah,
most mental
crazy.
part.
1-0.
Gunley, why are you
I've
quiet?
said as
Because
well.
I thought you wanted
No,
Alan's blood.
Now,
Why
do you
are
know what,
like-
Alan? The reason why I want
silent?
Alan's blood, yeah, the reason why I want Alan's blood is because last season, end of last season, I tried to warn this guy about this. I told him Tottenham have been getting away with murder. They're not good. Someone said they're good defensively and all that nonsense. No, they weren't ever good defensively. What happened was they were riding their luck. And if Alan had come at the end of the season and said, you know what, we need to change up our style of play next season to stop doing this. But he said, nah, we're cool. We're going to be a force next season, blah, blah, blah. I don't give a damn if in October you started saying Conte out. We warned you and you had the chest. If you Spurs fan opened your eyes to see what everyone else was seeing since and stop getting so lost in the top 4 thing, you would have seen this, and this conversation would be a lot smoother for you right now. But no, we are here. 6-1 later, we are here, right here. No Europe for you this season, bro.
That's fair enough.
And if you mention Arsenal in your response, it's a waste of time, bro. Talk about your club.
No. You basically said I came on and said Spurs will be a force this season, this and the other. Show me the clip last season, at the end of last season, where I said Spurs will be a force this season. Don't have to change anything, like you just said. Show me the clip.
Nah, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't even try that. Okay, but I will send you the clip that you were telling me that you lot are a force. You have a good defense. You're better than us, and you're gonna finish above us next season. I'll send that to you.
Hold on. Okay, but you're getting wrong. My prediction for this season of saying that because Spurs got 4th under Conte, I want as my standard. I want Spurs to push on and get 3rd in a trophy. What you're holding that against me because I wanted Spurs to do better. No,
but you thought you could actually do it with this man. That's what I'm holding against you, bro. That's what I'm not what your expectation. Like you saw this team at the end of last season, and you thought because you snuck into the top 4, you thought that this team could win a trophy and get 3rd position. Why?
No. Basically, the end of last season, in the summer, the business we did, you were like, okay, because Conte said I've only got 11. Hold on. You frown a lot. Just listen, and then it might make sense.
I'm listening. I'm not saying anything.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, Conte said for all of the majority of the time he was there last season, he said, "I've only got 11 or 12. I looked at the bench and I've got nothing to bring on." So regardless of whether the signings worked at the time or not, or have worked out since then, because pretty much none of them have, people were given
not Richarlison, Richie.
No, none of them worked out, and that's fine because they haven't. In hindsight, looking back at things, when the signings happened, because. And not you, and like a gal, it weren't you guys. So if it doesn't apply, just let it go and all that. Don't get all up. Arsenal fans were on Twitter in spaces going, "Oh my god, that we should have really got Basuma, this, that, and the other, and all that." So you were saying it was a good signing for Spurs back then. Now it hasn't worked out. You're like, "Oh yeah, we knew it was shit." No, don't lie. Just be honest.
No,
At the
I
end of
hear
the
it.
day, the signings we got as early as we did. I was like, well, with the added additions and the squad that we've now got with Conte. I want to see better. Me wanting to see better is not a bad thing. It's me wanting
to see better. Is that
Did you
really
see
how it
better
went?
today?
No, I said no. I said I want us to be first.
But did you see better today, though?
What?
Did you see better today, like you wanted?
No, it wasn't. It was an absolute champ. You're here thinking I'm defending and saying Spurs are still better than teams. I'm not. We were fucking shit today. But you're coming at me with things apparently I said in the last season. Where I said we're going to be a force and all that. No, I said Spurs will be better under Conte. And guess what, guys? I got a prediction, got it wrong.
You got a prediction wrong. It's not that deep.
Quit today?
Exactly, it's not. There are other fans on here who claim that they were never Arteta out, but were Arteta out. That's the
I
thing.
said Newcastle would get
Alan,
7.
is there a way that you can get through your responses without mentioning Arsenal? Is there a way that can
I
happen?
mentioned it right at the end there. I gave you.
No, you mentioned it in the middle as well. Arsenal fans, not you and Ugal. Arsenal fans, bro, you cannot get through one response about Spurs without mentioning Arsenal.
Because Saint Tottenham's Day is not happening this year, so he has to get like these slide digs and you get.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All I want to say,
I'm not I'm shameless. I'd get digs in wherever I want. This is tame compared to what I'm used to. You wait till it comes around to Arsenal. You wait.
Alan, it looked like your team quit from minute 1, which was
True.
ridiculous.
Didn't he
It's
got-
Absolutely
11 cowards and Schmiegel versus a bunch of angry Geordies. That's what you get, bro. No, and ultimately,
said
at
it,
the end of the
Schmiegel.
day, yeah, it's Schmiegel. You know, the precious, that guy. That is Stellini. I saw the look on his face. He was like,
Wowzers.
yeah, bro, ugly guy and his ugly football. That compliment. Anyways, I just want to say about Newcastle. Our
Big up Joe
window.
Willock, man. Pay them, bro.
Oh, assist of the season for me. That's assist of the season. Outside of the boot, past Dyer, and then onto a plate for Isak. Just
Vader, give him his moment. Give him his moment. Give him his moment.
Yeah. I'm that's why I said I'm gonna chill.
I mean, that was ridiculous. I mean, and then the ball from Fabian Schär to find Joelinton, and I think it was the second or third. I don't even know which goal. There's so goddamn many. I mean, the whole team was just ridiculous today. For me, Joelinton was my man of the match. I don't know what you guys thought. You could also put in Isak. You could give Willock that.
I said that on Miguel's show. I said Joelinton is man of the match in my opinion. I don't even. Did he get any goals or assists? He had one goal.
Yeah, you got a goal.
It was regardless of the goal. I think he was a machine all game.
Five
I thought
goals.
Lloris was man of the match, in my opinion.
Lloris fucked off at halftime, and that was honestly the best decision he made all day.
And when that's your
let me
captain,
ask-
the club's in a shambles, bro. When Hugo Lloris is a captain of you,
And you compare that to Newcastle, and it's hard to actually pinpoint who should be the captain. You've got a lot of leaders in Newcastle. You could give Joelinton the captaincy. You could give Bruno the captaincy. Trippier, Dan Burn, local lad.
I
You
don't
could
know
give
about Joe Linton, but everyone else, you said, I'm with you. I'm with you, though.
Pope
So,
could be a captain.
let me ask this real quick,
yeah.
and forgive me because I haven't experienced this in a while. When you're suffering a loss like this, 7-0 or a 6-1, how do you cope? Like, what do you do? What's a coping mechanism? How do you deal with it? How do you keep your mental health? What do you do, Alan?
I'm finished, man. That's why I'm going to check up on Invader, man, because mental health is real, bro.
Listen, I'll tell you, Alan, since this is new for you, I experienced this not too long ago. You made a mistake. The number one mistake. You should have shut your phone, bro.
No, it's fine.
Should have muted your phone, spent some quality time with family, go for a walk, get some fresh air. That's what I did. I put my phone in the drawer, and I did for 2 hours. No one knew where I was for 2 hours. I got me a good meal. I got me a
Damn,
good
we
meal.
had you hiding? I'm happy.
I had to. And then I came back, and then I started taking the smoke. I think you took the smoke way too early. You still don't
No,
know
but
how to
Alan
act.
don't hide. Alan don't hide.
Yeah, that's one thing he doesn't.
You
That's
need to
true.
understand, Alan is old, so he's experienced a lot. So, like,
Yeah,
the
I had
6-1
a lot
ain't
of
nothing to
pain
him.
from Spurs. I'm not gonna lie. I can't lie.
Yeah.
Is that the
Okay,
worst
Alan,
thing you
you're
guys have
old?
suffered?
Yeah.
How old are you? Like,
Well, I listen.
27?
Hey, whoa, asking them questions on stream, bro. Jeez.
Don't listen to her.
The
Sam.
genetics are
Sam,
very
unfortunately, I'm
kind to
not.
him, but
I was born in the 80s. That's all I'll give you. I was born in the
that's
80s.
a lie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nah, you got good genes,
Alright.
though, Alan, man.
That's
He was
crazy.
born. Ladies and gentlemen, he's just lying. He's born in the 70s, not the 80s. He's full of shit. You got me? Just because the genes look nice, Alan, does not mean that you're gonna lie to the people. We all know you're 47, but we love you. Don't worry
Benjamin
about
Button over here.
I don't know
Nah,
what to
on the
believe.
road's wrong. I'm not.
Reverse
37.
aging.
that. I've
Alan,
ruined Alan with this age stuff.
has Newcastle replaced you in the top 6 now? Is that what should be expected?
No, we have
No,
to
but
win a trophy first.
that's-
We have to
Let's
win
be
a
honest,
trophy.
But they didn't to be in the top 6, so why should you?
They
That's
won a
good.
trophy in 2008, to be fair. Juan de Ramos.
Based on this season, let's be honest. If it's based on this season, at the moment they've replaced Chelsea.
Wow, that's such a.
Hey, Alan, that's not why I asked you, but that was good what you did there. That was good what you
Yeah.
did.
And now listen, finally, before we move on to Arsenal, because Alan's seething. Steve, I just want to ask you a very simple question.
Go for it.
Speaking of Spurs bottling it, your club does have a history of bottling it.
Oh, absolutely.
So-
in the 90s. That
yes.
was our, that
So
was
now
our, that was
I
the
have a
case.
simple question for you, my brother. Next time you're on the channel or next season, am I going to do this or am I going to do this when I speak to you? That's all I want to know.
Champions
Is
League.
it going to be this or is it going to be right here? Which one are you going to do?
It's Champions League all day, every day.
You're confident.
Easy. I said 5 months ago. Go check out Newcastle Fans TV. Steve guarantees top 4 for Newcastle United. You can look it up right now. And I gave 10 solid, concrete reasons. And the primary one was that we were going to capitalize on the fact that we didn't have European football. We could just focus on league by league and build up, and all these other teams are overrated and not really actually a threat to our position.
I've heard that argument.
And it shows. And the fact that we got Isak back, that was a
Wow.
huge boost to this. Guy's got 10 and 12, and he's just going to keep scoring and scoring and scoring.
Nah,
He'll
Isak
score
is
headers.
he's a
and
monster.
I'm
He's a
telling you
monster.
right now, he for me, he could score 30, 35 next year at all comps. He is that level. If you score 10 and 12,
Is Isak Somali? 'Cause
what?
I saw someone post it today. Oh, he's not. I thought you would know better.
You sure? You
He's-
kind of
he's a
look like
rich-
his doppelganger, bro.
Let's
He
not-
does
let's
look
not
like a
forget.
guy. I'm not gonna lie.
Guys. I would love to claim him, but the guy's not Somali. He's Eritrean.
Yeah, and he don't look
He-
like a gal either. He don't.
He's
He
East African.
Eritrea.
So allow the guy.
Mm.
But you
yeah,
know what?
apparently he's from
Eritrea-
Eritrean roots, I think. His
Yeah,
roots is
yeah,
Eritrean.
Yeah.
Alright,
If you
alright.
tell an Eritrean person they're Somali, they might get a little angry. So don't.
I
do
saw
that.
it on Twitter.
Right.
That's the only reason I'm asking. I didn't
Nah,
assume
nah.
it. I just saw
You
it.
know what it is? People usually use the Somali joke as an insult. You've seen it with Vinicius bare times, but this time they actually meant it. Go ahead, Hussein.
Yeah,
You gotta-
I hear you. So let me just read out Momo's super chat before we move on to Arsenal, before Alan cries live on stream. And for all the people asking about Alan's skincare routine, he has privately told me he uses a lot of aloe vera. Momo says, who cares if United win? They're a small team. A big team like City will kill them in the final. No, I said this earlier on when the stream finished. I think this is a much easier final for them. I think Brighton would have given them a much tougher game. This is just going to be a walk in the park. This is just going to be... This is just going to be a regular Saturday, a regular Sunday. Like, oh, it's Wembley, Man United. Like, you know, if Brighton had any balls about them today, and they had a Haaland, or they had a Mahrez, or they had a Grealish, this game ends 4-0. But
That's a lot of
Mitoma
ifs.
decided to
That's a
do...
lot of ifs.
If
Mr.
they had
Mitoma-
Gallagher, they would have scored one, bro. Come
Yeah, Mitoma decided to do, you know, his best impersonation of a futsal player.
To be fair to Wan-Bissaka, he did excellent against
I don't give a
Mitoma.
fuck about being fair to Wan-Bissaka. Mitoma,
Oh, I
today,
don't like Man United
put
either,
on
bro,
that
but
Brighton.
it's a football.
He put on that Brighton jersey, and he wanted to become a futsal player. In front of goal, didn't make a single correct decision. Dribble, do nothing. These type of footballers get on my last nerve. Wallahi, they get on my last nerve.
He had
Every time.
one
Pressure
chance.
Dribble,
doesn't
dribble.
Saka won
make
it.
Oh,
sense.
Mitoma, you're gonna dribble past this guy, dribble past that guy. Oh, right, left, and then you're gonna go kick De Gea. Wow, how amazing! Mitoma.
That was his only chance. Is because
You
the
can
Saka
hold
wasn't
that.
even on.
You
but
can hold that.
You're not
honestly.
gonna say that. It's okay.
Anyway, yeah, okay. We have to give
That's,
credit to Wan-Bissaka,
that's what
the best
Hassan
right
does.
back
That's
on
what
earth.
Hassan does.
The guy
We
that
talked about Man United. That's
The
what
guy
he does.
that slide tackles across. Anyway, and there's 220 people watching us right now. Big up to you guys. Big up to Momo for the super chat. Everyone watching us, please like the video. Subscribe to This Is Football if you're ready to do so. Minimum 100 likes. Everyone right now, stop what you're doing. Slap up that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do
Isak
so.
conversion rate.
Yes.
Isak conversion rate. Isak
Yeah.
conversion rate. Let's go.
Please do not move
Wow.
like... Please don't move like Martial. Move like Haaland. Move like the actual good strikers, man. Slap the
Isak.
like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do
Martial is
so.
in third place. You're in eighth. Just
That
saying.
doesn't matter. That's a team accomplishment. So make sure you like the video. Make
So
sure you
your whole
subscribe,
team
guys.
is not as good.
Yeah.
Noted.
Congratulations. I never said
Noted,
we were
noted.
better than you. So now,
Noted. As
here's
long
the
as you
thing.
admitted it.
What? I'm gonna admit that the team in third is better than the team in eighth.
No. You said it's a whole team thing. So I said so. Our whole team is better, by your logic. So thank you for saying that.
By the way, in the comments, Mitoma is not the Japanese Alain
Guys, breaking news: the team in
Gucci
third is better than the
flip-flops?
team in eighth.
No,
Where
Wow.
is Saint Maximin, by the way? Is he still injured?
he's injured.
You guys don't even need him anymore.
We don't
You're not
care.
right,
If he
no.
was there, we wouldn't have seen Murphy slap
Yeah.
one. Slap
He's-
one
he's-
in the
by the
back
way,
of the net today.
Maximin
Too
this
sorry.
season-
To be fair.
I can't lie. We might owe Alan an apology for the Saint Maximin stuff because he's just, you know, just speaking with the players that get on my nerves. He's like them. Like,
He's a fun footballer to watch when he turns it on, but he turns it on. He don't do it enough for me. I would not be surprised if he moves on in the summer.
Alan
Yeah,
Maximin.
100.
Spurs, right?
Describe him now. I'll
Alan?
write that in transcribe.
Alan, you're right.
Yeah,
About
Alan
the other
Maximin.
Alan.
All the gear, but no idea. That's Alan.
Okay, Alan, we get that.
Bang on.
Anyway, so
Bang
now
on,
before we start on Arsenal, you know, everyone right now, as I said, please like
No
the video,
rush,
please
Sam.
subscribe. Big up Momo for the super chat. We're on the road to 12.7k, my lovely people. So, this is where Alan goes from villain to hero, right? Because
Look how excited he is.
Just look at the smile. Just look at he hasn't not. This is the first smile in 37 minutes. In 37 minutes of recording, this is his first smile. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. So I want to go to Kunle, my brother. In case people are unaware, Arsenal 3, Southampton 3. They allowed 20th place Southampton to be 3-1 up against them in their own backyard. And then they came back. They scored twice. And, you know, before Kunle even speaks, after that game, I directly called out Jesus. Because, my brother, when you are in front of goal, for the love of God, shoot at the goal. Instead of keep trying to win a penalty, and every dive got more embarrassing than the dive before it, just shoot, bro. And if the guy saves it, he saves it. If not, you win a corner, whatever the fuck, it rebounds, something happens. But just the desperation in attempts of just trying to win a penalty after penalty after penalty. And, you know, I just want to, you know, just want to put something out there. You know why my number 11 deserves more respect? Because I went into an Arsenal space post-game. You know what they said? I'm so sick and tired of these Jogo Benito footballers. I need someone to put the ball in the back of the net. So when these certain conversations arise, please remember, it ain't easy. It ain't easy for some to put the ball in the back of the net, specifically playing from the wing position. But I'm going to let it go. I'm not going to do Salah prop on the Premier League review show. So, Mr. Kunle, talk to me, brother. 3-3 at home.
To be honest, it was a shambles, bro. Complete shit show on Friday night, mate. I think the biggest culprit, as much as I don't want to hang him to dry because he's been clutch this season, I think is Aaron Ramsdale, bro. All these people talking about Teabag and freaking Rob Holding, like I'm not even trying to hear them, man, just yet. Because Ramsdale, we were already nervous. 28 seconds in, you go and do you just watched the Hey last night, bro, and you went to show anything you can do, I can do better. So he passed it to freaking I think it was Zinchenko or something, messed up the whole pattern of the team. We got even more nervous, and that's why we ended up being 2-0 down. He never fully recovered, and we never fully recovered. To be honest, I was more pissed off that we drew 3-3 than anything. Like, bro, literally, where were you lot?
1 second, bro. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. Can Liverpool fans stop telling me 7? I know you guys are in 7th place. You don't need to remind me. Go ahead, bro.
We're actually in 8th place. So you need to check the table.
You need to check the table.
Are we not in 8th place?
You're in 7th.
No, we're 7th.
Yes, guys. Yeah. I know you're in 7th.
I love the fact that my comment section is rattling you this much. But anyway, this is the Arsenal section.
Thank you for reminding me, guys. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead, bro. Thank you.
Have you drank 7-Up since then, or have you stopped
sharing Coke?
Oh, no one's gonna remember.
Nitrous oxide, like Paul Walker, baby.
Why were you nervous for this game?
No, I wasn't nervous for the game.
No, you said
I think
we were already
the team were nervous.
Why was
the team were nervous because they just dropped two points. I mean, 4 points back to back in the previous game, and the worst thing happened in the first 28
this
seconds.
Is another thing I wanted to include from AJ, because this is a guy that got a lot of criticism on Friday, and I'm sure you've seen it from your own fan base, which is Thomas Partey. You know, listen, let's not do the Rodri comparison, but the first part about Partey, like regarding the Southampton game, I don't know what your opinion is.
He was awful. I think he needs to go back to eating the jollof rice and fufu. He's gone back to the bangers and mash and all these full English breakfasts. Just go back to the roots, Thomas. I beg, please, because you've been off for the last 2 games, man. I don't know what's going on. Maybe his real age is showing, because we all know his real age is not what they say in the Premier League. You know them ones. I don't know, but he's been off. But I never thought I'd ever say this on a stream, but it kind of looked like in the middle of the park we missed Xhaka.
It's true. No, you're spot on.
Like, it's the weirdest thing, because Teabag was lost all game, bro. He might as well have been on prison break, bro, because that's what, bro. And no one's allowed to call.
I'm so confused.
He's either Teabag or Fabio. I don't want him to be using that Vieira name until he actually does something.
Yeah.
Fabio.
No way you went there.
I went there, bro.
What does that even mean?
No, basically, there's a character in Prison Break called Teabag, and he looks exactly like him.
Wow.
He's not called Vieira. He's called Fabio. Imagine
Patrick
Vieira had to go and watch that.
That's how shitty.
Patrick Vieira was in the stand to watch that.
Easy there, Steve.
Yo, Kunle, you're my guy. Kunle, you're my guy, but I fully disagree with you on this whole take that you've had.
Okay.
First of all, Ramsdale made a mistake, but the reason why he made the mistake was two reasons. One, Mikel Arteta's instructions were to not pass the ball to Rob Holding and to try to give the ball to Partey to bypass the defense. And
were you in the team talk? Yeah.
That was on Thomas Partey. No. 1 second. First of all, if you watch the game, you can see there's numerous times where we didn't pass the ball to Thomas Partey, even though he was fully open, and that's not by any other reason but by design. They were bypassing Thomas Partey in the build-up play, and he was not involved. So that's one. It's on Thomas Partey and for his defensive mistakes in the midfield, and number two, it's on Ramsdale himself for not making the right decisions. He made the howler. We can't blame anybody else but him. But when it comes to Thomas Partey, he was a massive weakness in our midfield. I don't know what's wrong with him lately. He's not been performing up to his standard. He's been poor, and in that game, two of the goals directly he's involved in. You cannot tell me he wasn't involved in that. So I'm not here scapegoating Rob Holding for the Ramsdale mistake, but I'm just pointing out.
But I'm blaming Ramsdale. I'm not blaming Holding.
No. But I felt like you were blaming somebody else.
No. Ramsdale was the reason we didn't win that game.
No. Ramsdale's not the only reason. That's what I was saying.
No, he is.
No, he's not.
No, Egal, should I explain why? Okay, no, land first.
Ramsdale conceded one goal. The second goal that we conceded, you cannot tell me that he could have done much on that. It was a one-on-one. We already let ourselves down in the midfield by Thomas Partey losing the ball to a 19-year-old. Then he had to cover the whole yards. Zinchenko couldn't do anything, and he left Gabriel for dead. On the second goal, not his problem. When you look at the third goal, set-piece goal, you cannot blame the goalkeeper for a set-piece goal. You have to blame the whole defense for not doing it. And the realistic reason why this whole defense has been shambolic, one, Tomiyasu's not there to cover anymore in the case that Saliba's injured and we don't have somebody to play right back for Ben White to move into center half. And number two, the main issue, Saliba's out.
You guys are going to fight each other?
Saliba's out. Okay. One second. Hey, everybody understand. Since Saliba has left this team injured, we have conceded 9 goals. We have conceded 9 goals, and 7 of those goals have come in the last 3 games. And we now have 1 less goal conceded than Chelsea Football Club, who are currently 11th. So this Arsenal team that's top of the league defensively has been shambolic for the last 5 games due to the fact that we've lost Saliba. The drop-off has been massive. And for anyone to just blame one individual, it's not one individual. We don't concede 3 goals because of one individual. We concede 3 goals because of a collective group messing up. Rob Holding, Partey, and Ramsdale.
Zinchenko as well. Let's not leave Zinni.
1 second. You can point fingers at Zinchenko, but the issue with the people pointing fingers at Zinchenko, you can point fingers at him for conceding the second goal, but you cannot say Zinchenko was the main issue. The reason that's how we play systematically. We the reason why we're so good is because we allow Zinchenko to get so forward and have more control of the game. So if we're now going to point fingers at Zinchenko, don't point fingers at Zinchenko. Point the fingers at Mikel Arteta and say, why are you not changing it up? And now, finally, the whole team are a bunch of pricks because at the end of the game, we played well. At the end of the game, when we needed to score, we started scoring. But why couldn't we do that earlier?
Okay,
their mentality was weak.
Big you up. You're my guy. Big up Egal, man. First guys come check me in the ends as well. My guy each and every time. But Egal, the reason why I'm blaming Aaron Ramsdale is because if that goal doesn't go in at that moment in time, we don't even concede the second goal or the third goal. We were already nervous going into the game, dropping points back to back. Hold on, back to back. When we need everyone to be on their game, 28 seconds in, everyone's like, oh, not again. They're probably thinking, oh, not again already. 28 seconds in. So the whole team capitulated. Obviously, we eventually managed to recover within the last 15 minutes, but we wouldn't have had to recover if Ramsdale doesn't set the tone after 28 seconds like that. And it hurts me to go in on him because he's been clutch for us this season. But the reality is the reality, bro. Rob Holding had nothing to do with us losing that game, for me.
What?
Ramsdale set the tone, bro. And it all went backwards from there.
First of all, if Rob Holding is not playing, Ramsdale makes a pass to Saliba.
Bro, he
Bro, I
should
agree
be
with
hitting
you.
that long, bro. He shouldn't
Listen.
be passing to no one there. Hit it long. You can see the whole pitch, bro. Hits it
Come on.
long.
I agree with you, bro. When you make a mistake like that early in the game, it does set the tone. People underestimate how much morality affects games. When we lost to Sevilla 3-0, the first goal was a mistake in like the first
De
8
Gea.
minutes. And no, I put it on Maguire. I don't put it on De Gea.
Well, it's
but
both.
regardless,
Yeah.
but regardless of who made the mistake, a mistake like that happens. You can tell that the for the rest of the game, there's no confidence between the players. When you know you have Harry Maguire in the team anyways, who made a mistake like that, it really does affect you. As like, if I think you're a shit teammate and we're playing a game right now, I have no confidence we're gonna win this game. You know, so when you make a mistake, I'm always worried we're gonna make another mistake, which actually happened when De Gea made a mistake later. I'm not gonna blame anyone else for that because that was a poor clearance.
He's blaming
But you
the
can
whole
tell,
game.
but you can tell, like there was just like the team was shaking. Like once someone sets the tone like that, it just like it brings everyone down.
It's a ripple effect.
And then Southampton smoked it in the water.
Can we admit that a goalkeeping error in the first minute doesn't lose you the game?
Yeah, it doesn't, but it does.
It depends on the context, bro.
When Odegaard
how?
scored that late goal, you guys scored right away, right after it. It gave you a boost of confidence. So that's why it was too late. But once one guy scored, you're like, you know what? Fuck it, we can get one more. But when your goalkeeper makes an error like that in 20 seconds, you're shaky. And that's why, when was the second goal? It was in like the 13th minute.
15 minutes.
So it was still early, Igal. If you played any sports, you know nerves actually do kick in these moments. So that early, it really did affect the team. It took you just too long to wake up from that error.
And if we beat West Ham or we beat Liverpool, then we probably wouldn't be feeling like that. And Ramsdale maybe doesn't make that mistake. It's different.
And also,
it's not only pressure though. This whole, I get that there's pressure issues. I get that you guys can say that all these.
You
things
just don't want to
going
blame one person. I get it, you go.
But the issue is not one individual. It's a culmination of many different errors. If Thomas Partey doesn't misplace his pass that he receives or lose his pass that he receives from Saka in the middle of the park to Latvia, they don't even get the second goal. So to blame this loss on Ramsdale is ridiculous. I get it.
The second goal doesn't happen if he doesn't do that, bro.
Second. Blaming Xhaka for the Liverpool loss is the same thing as blaming Ramsdale for this loss or draw. They're both draws, but they feel like losses. You cannot blame one individual. I think it's wrong. In a game where 11 players are on the pitch for your team, you cannot blame one individual for that loss, and especially when it happens in the first minute. It's a collective. You
can, but you just don't want to. I get it.
Well, it's a collective.
You
can't tell me that Ramsdale. Ramsdale was the reason why we conceded the second goal.
I just told you that it was though.
Ramsdale was the reason why we conceded the third goal, the set piece goal.
Bro, those two goals don't happen if he doesn't make that mistake in 28 minutes. I don't want to be arguing with you, Igal, because you're my guy and we both support Arsenal, but those are the facts,
Spurs. Bro. And then. For me, both things can be true at the same time. If one guy messes up and then the team capitalizes and then the team doesn't mentally move on from that and be like, all right, you messed up. Don't do it again. Let's move on with things.
And you saw Ramsdale after the goal for like 10, 20 minutes. He was off, bro. He was off.
Absolutely.
I just also want to say KLFC, my guy. But Hussam, the Bozo thing. Surely we can't call Gabriel a bozo but specify which Gabriel, because it's not Martinelli.
Yeah, I think he might be talking about.
It's not Gabriel Magalhaes. Are we calling Gabriel Jesus a bozo now?
For the game against Southampton, he definitely deserves that.
If we're calling Gabriel Jesus a bozo, fair enough. But if he's calling Gabriel Magalhaes a bozo or Gabriel Martinelli, that's wrong.
Is Ramsdale a bozo?
No.
So none of you are going to speak on
He made one mistake.
That was a bozo moment.
He made one mistake, but on a regular.
Ramsdale has made these mistakes throughout the season, but this is the first time he's been punished for it. Everything else has led to not going in the goal and all that, and everyone's giving him a free pass. But he's made these mistakes. This was the first one that's led directly to a goal, so you have to lay blame to him. Kunle is correct. This game, from Liverpool. You were absolutely destroying Liverpool. That thing from Xhaka gets their back up when Xhaka puts the foul on, gets Anfield up, gets their back up, and they go on to get the points. You're then 2-0 up against West Ham. Again, one crucial mistake happens and you give away the penalty, and then for the rest of the game, right? You were all over the place. You weren't nowhere near as compact or as threatening as you were or as cutthroat as you were. Saka gets to the point where he can put the game 3-1 beyond West Ham. He bottles it. He does. Trust me. I know about bottling. I'm a Spurs fan. He bottles it. He puts it wide. And then West Ham come back and get a
Humble
point.
brag, yeah?
It's a true brag.
That's a self-insult right there. He scored an own goal.
Hey, I've got.
You scored an own goal.
I trust Alan's point of view on this one.
Yeah,
Yes.
I've got thick skin. It doesn't really bother me.
This is where we're going too far.
Going into this game, at the start, you could see just before the start of the game, the Arsenal players didn't look as confident as they had been. Ramsdale adds that pressure, and you are not the same team throughout. Literally, you get to 3-1 down and 20 minutes to go, 10 minutes to go, or whatever it was, and then it was like, you were like, okay, we've literally, and this isn't taking a dig, got a free hit, we're 3-1 down, we need to, get a result. And you came back and you got the point, and you could have won. If Ramsdale hadn't have set that chain reaction off, I don't think Southampton get fouled in the game. I think you go into the game and beat them 2 or 3-0 comfortably. That's my honest opinion.
Thank you.
I know what you're trying to say, Gal. You can't just blame because Rob Holding's a scapegoat. More like Eric Dyer's a scapegoat for Spurs fans. Eric Dyer wasn't that bad today, but the thing was, he was in a...
Whoa.
1 second.
I think the pressure's getting to Ramsdale.
In what world? 1 second.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Alan, hear me out.
Relax.
In what world is Rob Holding a scapegoat? How are you a scapegoat? How are you a scapegoat?
I think he's talking about the fan base in general. Have been calling
some
Rob.
fans use Rob Holding as a scapegoat for Arsenal. Not if it's not you, Gal, then don't get riled by it.
Alan, you know what? Let me add to that. No, Alan, you're right. Alan,
He's a problem.
Right.
You can't be a scapegoat if you're an issue.
Yes.
No, but when he's not the issue, people still use him as scapegoat. That's what scapegoat means.
Thank you.
No,
That's
he's
fact.
the issue. We don't play.
Holding is a shit center back that wouldn't play for any top 10 side.
Listen,
Play for Tottenham. He played for Tottenham, bro.
Alan, you want to know something? Going forward, what if I tell you Hugo Lloris is a scapegoat? Are you going to be like that's ridiculous?
When
if he's at fault,
he plays well. Hold on, because you're trying it with the wrong person. When
Rob Holding not played well in 3 games.
Well, I give him credit. But
neither has.
So he's a problem. When he makes mistakes, he gets criticised. But when he's good, I don't make him a scapegoat when other people make mistakes.
I actually hear what Alan's coming from, because post-match I feel like Holding was holding a whole lot of smoke. But once again, I'll just say what I said on the spaces here because I stick by it. My problem is, look, you allowed 20th place Southampton to be 3-1 up in your own backyard. Holding, no holding, all this shit, it just doesn't matter. Because when Southampton pull up to your backyard, you should be able to field literally a academy center back and beat them because they've been
no, that's too far.
Come on, relax.
Okay, that's too far. Okay, so once again, Hussam
and 2 attacking midfielders in the same midfield.
One second.
Can I give you somewhere?
Can I just speak? 1 second. So you go to the Premier League, you go Southampton. In the before Arsenal, they lost 3 games in a row. They've conceded 27 goals. Only scored 20 goals. Or actually,
you said an academy centre back. Come on.
Sorry, they conceded 56 goals, only scored 20 goals all year long. And this is the team that I'm taking it too far if I say you shouldn't be 3-1 down to at home.
No, you said
the academy centre back part. I disagree.
That's the part. That's the only part I disagree with.
Because
everything else is right.
would be getting games.
Okay, let me double down. Arsenal, even with an academy centre back, if you're top of the league, you should be beating bottom of the league Southampton at home. Done. Now what?
You're okay. 1 second. You're 100% right. Top of the league, Arsenal, based on our form, based on the entire run of the season, even with Rob Holding, we should be winning this game. And that's why we're coming out of it disappointed, because we showed in the final 10 minutes that we can win that game if we would have had that same level of intensity from the beginning. This is why.
Why didn't we have that intensity, bro?
This is why from the jump I said there's a culminating of many different factors in why we dropped these points. It's not one person. Now forget about everything else. Rob Holding. I'm not going to bore you guys. Simply look, Rob Holding needs to be replaced. We need to buy a new center half in the summer. 100%. We already know this. And you can see next time you watch Arsenal, keep an eye on where we pass the ball when Rob Holding's in the game. We don't pass him the ball in the build-up. We don't pass him the ball even when we're passing around the back. The only time we pass it to him is if he's the last option. and that kind of untrust in your own teammate can cause you to make mistakes like Ramsdale did.
Because then everyone's gonna put the pressure on Gabriel Magalhaes when he gets the ball, right? Because you just said they ain't passing it to that right hand side because
and people stop.
This is 20th place Southampton once again.
It is 20th place Southampton, but guess what?
At the Emirates in a title.
But guess what? These things happen. It's the Premier League. It's one of the best leagues in the world. We say it for a reason. Anyone can beat anyone. In any given day, you can drop points. And that's what happened to us. And right
now,
a
title race to Man City, you can't.
Guess what? Guess what? Man City dropped points against West Ham last year, and they still beat you. They dropped points to Southampton. They still beat you. And they dropped points to who else? Was it Liverpool?
Yeah, but the context was different. I was 16 points behind Man City.
Hey, I'm not talking. We're not talking about context here. We're talking about the teams.
No, we actually are talking about context because I was 16 points behind Man City. You're ahead of Man City. And you just drew 3 games.
Context here, bro.
My point is they were in the title race. My point is they were in the title race last year. They were first. They dropped points to Southampton. They dropped points to West Ham, and they still won. So it is not over, but it's very, very much so ruining our chances.
You guys are showing the nerves. That's exactly what you're showing right now. To get these mistakes, to have these errors, to start games at home like this in a title race is the issue, and you guys can't paper over these cracks. How are you now early on saying the game against City wouldn't matter? We could afford a draw. To now have 3 draws in a row and now having to play City, and this game does matter. I think the nerves are really affecting you guys. The point going back with regards to scapegoating, you're kind of scapegoating the fact that Saliba's out. I get it. Saliba's not there, but your manager shouldn't be playing the same style of football with him not on the pitch. So there's a couple questions here. You can't be playing the same style with no Saliba. And Holding can't be a scapegoat because why would he be asked to play like Saliba? So I think there's a lot of pressure. This Wednesday game is going to be amped. I'm gonna fall back a little bit because I am doing a quick errand, but I'm here.
Sounds like you're hitting a party, bro.
In regards to where Arsenal were, like I understand what Arsenal fans are saying at the start of the season. At the start of the season, it was like we need to get back in the Champions League. That's absolutely fine. That's the goal. But you've led the season for what?
Kunle, I told you there's context. Hold that.
You've led the Premier League for about 85% of the season. That's being fair. Maybe even a bit more than that. I can't remember. I know Man City went past you. When was the last time anyone's actually passed you apart from Man City for that week or so?
When they beat them, remember that one game and then City lost or tied the game right after with the Nottingham Forest?
Only the one time.
Yes.
Only one week.
That's it.
Only 1 week we were not top.
So you've led pretty much the majority. So now, and especially when you were 8 points clear with a game in hand, I believe it was. If I'm not,
no game in hand.
8 points clear. Then it's just 8 points clear. But I thought it was a game in hand as well. But you were that far clear. At that junction, you have to be looking at, okay, we can win the league. We should win the league from this point.
Was that from your expert Spurs opinion?
If I was top and I was in your position, I'd be saying the same thing. We're at this point now in the season. We're 8 points clear. We best win it. That's me saying it as a Spurs fan. If Spurs were in that position, I'd be holding them to that.
Easy to say when you've never been there, right?
Doesn't matter. Yeah, and it's true. It's true. I've never been there, but I still would say it because Spurs haven't won a trophy for 15 years, and I still hold them to the fact that we should be winning a trophy even before the season starts. So that's where our levels rise. Your levels drop, mine doesn't drop anyway. Anyway, moving on. In regards to that, you're 8 points clear, and you should be winning the league. Right? And you should be winning the league. And
no way, Spurs fan is rattling your feathers.
If you don't, it's going to be an absolute bottle job. And it will be a bottle job because you should be 8 points clear, putting outside to bed. If you hadn't drawn these 3, if that mistake against Liverpool hadn't happened, the mistake against West Ham hadn't happened, and obviously what happened against Southampton hadn't happened, you'd still be 8 points clear, maybe even 11 points clear, or 10 or 11 because Man City would play a game less. So you would be 4 games closer, and you'd have 3 games closer, and you'd be 11 points clear, which then puts a lot of pressure on Man City. But you've not done it. You've let a Man City team under Pep, apart from Arsenal, when they were literally, when Liverpool were 20 points clear and won the league really early. Apart from that, every time Man City have been in a title race, close title race, they've literally not dropped points and gone on to win the league. If you lose to Man City on Wednesday, the title is done because you're asking a Pep team and a Man City team to do what they have never done before. There will be 2 points behind, 2 games in hand to drop massive points from this position to come to lose to Arsenal. I don't think it's going to happen this season. It might happen in the future, but it's not going to happen this season. If you get a result against Man City on Wednesday, that will be the catalyst for you guys to go on and win the league because it will breathe massive confidence to a team that look shaky at the moment. So if you get a good result against Man City, I think you can bounce back and win the league. Sadly.
For me, if Arsenal don't win the league from this position, for me personally, I think Arteta should be moved on, and I'm going to tell you what I think is the best.
He should be moved on.
Yes, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I think personally, you can do better, right? You are the big bad Arsenal. You are. Bring in an established manager and win right away. Right?
Okay.
I think Arteta to become a successful manager, I genuinely do think he needs to spend time with a club not the size of Arsenal. Because if you look at other successful managers, Pep Guardiola and Zidane aside, they had to flog it out and scrap with teams in the lower side of things and relegation, for example. Alex Ferguson started out with St. Mirren. Klopp started out with Mainz. Right, those guys are not big hitters.
Bro. That's different.
No, but this what you're saying right now is wild, bro.
It's not.
Wild.
It's
and let me tell you why it's wild, bro. No. I'm not saying this. Your opinion is wild, and this is why I think it's wild. Tell me which of those managers would have won the league with this team.
Diego Simeone.
Okay, enough said.
100%.
Enough said, bro.
Klopp has already done it, bro. What do you mean?
I'm gonna.
I'm talking about this. Okay. So wait. So you lot. So that means. Hold on, real quick, because I want to respond to what you're saying.
Let me just say what he's done.
Like, if that was the case, some of you on the panel would have been talking about Arsenal to challenge for the title if you believe we had the squad to challenge for the title. A lot of you were saying these lot aren't even getting into the top 4. And now you're gonna say Arteta should be sacked.
Expectations change.
No, wait, hold on. No, hold on. And now you're gonna say Arteta should be sacked for finishing second with a squad that no one even thought would get into the top 4.
I don't think
it makes any sense.
Expectations change.
That makes no sense.
Expectations change during the middle
and
of the season.
Make sure you understand. I'm talking about Arteta being sacked. That's the only thing I'm querying.
No, I get it, but let's stop this rewriting stuff. No one said that you weren't top 4 material.
Everyone said that.
No,
Everyone said
you were 5th last year.
A lot of people.
You were 5th last year. How are you not top 4 material?
Oh, so you expected us to go for a title run this season then?
No, you said no one expected you guys to be top 4.
But these are the facts, though. The masses were saying it all over. The pundits were saying it. Social media was saying it. A lot of you were saying it. You might specifically not have said it yourself, Veta. But there was not a consensus that Arsenal were going to challenge for the title this season. Is that fair?
If that's the case,
yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no?
There was no consensus for that situation. However, expectations changed during the season.
Okay, so how does that manager that's raised expectations now to get sacked? Explain that to me.
Because he has not developed. He has not developed his character enough at a side somewhere with not the resources at Arsenal to show that for me, I just don't.
Egal, you can take this.
For me personally, I don't think he has enough character or tactical nous at the moment. He doesn't learn from his mistakes. 4 years, and his in-game management is still shoddy in away matches. That is going to cost.
Best away record in the league, by the way. But anyway, carry on.
Let me jump in. Steve, has there been clear progression from last season?
Yes.
Okay.
I would say so in some aspects.
At Newcastle, has there been clear progression from the previous season?
Yeah, absolutely.
If you finish 7th, are you going to sack Eddie Howe?
Yes, I am.
You're crazy then. I can't talk to you.
Guys,
no.
Hold on, Steve.
Football is about winning. Football is about winning for me. If I could bring in a manager that's better than
Arab money's got to his head.
Steve, wait, leave it at that point, bro. Because you just said football is about winning. when you
It is
look at
100% about winning.
I agree. I want to just talk about Arsenal, and it might take a little bit of a dig at Arsenal, and you guys won't like that.
That's okay.
But
No,
it is the truth, though. You guys
Even
last
Arsenal
year,
took digs. I mean, even Alan took digs, so you're gonna be safe.
listen, last year they gave Arteta a new contract the minute 5th place was confirmed. They were going for top 4. It just shows you where the standard of the club was last year. Their objective was to just at least get us Europa League. This is why they didn't wait for the season to end to see. Let's see if we get top 4, and if he gets us top 4, we'll give him a new contract. The minute Europa League was secured, they got a contract. Arteta got a contract. Okay, going into this year, I'm assuming. Okay, you got us Europa League last year, and the momentum is going to keep going. Let's try to get top 4 this year. So that's probably his objective. His objective was top 4. Okay, he is comfortably sitting in top 4 right now. So there's no chances in hell this club is going to sack him because he's about to battle a league. Now I get what you're saying. That okay, the objectives change throughout the season, but this is for us as fans. For us as fans, if you find yourself in a situation better than you thought you would be, you're like, all right, now that we're this deep into this tournament or this competition or whatever's going on, let's go at it and win it. The Arsenal board, they're not thinking the same way. They're like, you know what? We're happy with the progression. We're happy that we're going to be in Champions League next year. They're going to get so much money from European football. Sorry, not even European football, from Champions League football, because they were already in Europe this year. There is no chance in hell that they're going to fire him.
I know they won't fire him. That's just what I would do. English football is not as ruthless as European football, and I primarily watch European football. I want you to keep that in mind, by the way.
Hey, bro, this is crazy.
No, bro, but this is why
you guys are looking at it differently. Steve didn't say Arsenal will sack him. He's saying that's what he would do.
No, but I'm saying that's crazy.
I would sack Edu before Arteta.
But Steve also said that Simeone would win the league with this squad, so I kind of stopped listening to him after that, innit?
It's a hypothetical. So
that's
a joke.
Saka's played left wing back before. He's good in that.
First things first. First things first. You're watching too much Liga, my guy.
Oh, watching too much Liga. What are you talking about? What?
Second of all, because you literally say,
you know me. I watch European football to a T.
Husam, that's cool. You can speak to whoever you want to. I'm not going to tell you to speak to. That's your guy too. Fair enough.
I'm peaceful with everyone except.
But when it comes to, you're not peaceful with your Liverpool fans. Come on, bro. We know what it is. Listen, there's some people out here. There's some people out here. No matter what they do, they want to say they're going to change things, and they want constant change and constant change. The reality is, Arsenal's not built on constant change. We need a level of stability. We cannot with the team that we have and the progression that we're going in now. Just say, oh, we got to chuck everything out and bring in a new manager, because I personally believe Mikel Arteta has had constant progression year in, year out. Even though the league position hasn't shown the last 2 seasons where we finished 8th and 8th before that. What you have to understand is the first season where he finished 8th, he came in, we won an FA Cup, and he wasn't even playing his style of football. Second season, we finished 8th. He was trying to get rid of some of the dead wood. Last season, with some players that were still not in his team, he got us to 5th, and we're challenging for 4th. This season, you can see a clear progression where we're at the top of the table, playing some of the best football we've played in a long time. And to get rid of him, to bring in anybody else at this moment in time would be counterproductive to the progression that we've made it as a squad. If you were to say that next season, if we don't challenge and we don't see a clear progression, then sack him, fair enough. But at this moment in time, where we have seen the levels that we've taken and steps that we've taken to basically behead the head of the project would be ridiculous. And
so you're saying I'm just a year ahead of the thing.
Bro, by the way, I think you're being extremely reactionary. I think you're basically questioning the manager's ability. And I think at this moment in time,
especially in Europe, by the way.
And I think at this moment in time, fair enough. Question him at Europe. We also question Pep at Europe with Man City.
I definitely do.
The best of the best get questioned.
They're about to go on an unnecessary villain arc.
Right? No. That's not even a dig. That's a fact.
For me, let it go.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Next, let's go to the next thing. Question Mikel Arteta, but at the same time, if you're questioning Mikel Arteta, you're not addressing what he's doing in his first job. In his first job, Klopp was at Mainz and he was doing wonderful things. right? You have in his first job, Pep Guardiola was at Barcelona. He's doing wonderful things. You look at Conte. Where was he in his first job? He was in Serie B. You look at some of these other managers. Where were they in their first jobs?
Okay.
Anything
We get your point. I thought Steve was gonna do the best U-turn because he said something that none of you heard. He said I'd sack Edu before Arteta. I think like Arsenal fans would probably be a lot more willing to let go of Edu over a few transfer decisions than they would let go of Arteta. But listen, I think
I'm not doing a U-turn, bro.
Steve?
It's just from me. It's just for me. I keep an eye on your. Sevilla sacked 3 managers this year. 3.
You can see Steve has Arab money now. His chest is all the way out. He's got Arab money, bro. I can try this thing.
I'd sack Klopp, by the way, so it's not just an Arsenal thing. I would have sacked Klopp.
Can I
tell you something? You fucking American, get the fuck out my club and go back to
Okay, now that the commercial is ready, I'm gonna get my 2 cents in, my brother. Steve,
just
chill.
Sup, dog.
This ain't Europe. This is England. There are 3 clubs in this country that are known to give managers a whole lot of time, and that's Liverpool,
The
Man
3
United,
biggest, right?
and Arsenal. Absolutely, in that order.
There's a reason for that, Steve.
So when it comes to Liverpool, Man United, and Arsenal, Steve, they don't sack managers over shit like this, because I agree with Staffy and I agree with Igal, bro. Pre-entering the season, the aim was get top 4. Steve, let me take you back into a time portal, and this is Steve in August. And you're sat there speaking to 500 Arsenal fans. If you offered every single one of them 4th place, would they have taken it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But who cares?
Conversation done then.
But who cares? Because Arteta in Europe has a lot of question marks.
As you progress, expectations change. I agree with that. But sacking the man, I think, is a bit too far. I think next season is where you can reignite that conversation. Qusay says everybody is starting to appreciate how good LFC were. We pushed City hard for years. Even though they had all that money, they called us butlers. I've been getting on to Arsenal.
Klopp is a buffet manager, one of everything. That's all I got to say about Klopp.
Hey, when it was me, you guys... When it was me, you guys mocked it.
I love
when it was me, you guys mocked it. Now you want me to go oh my God, City have a big squad. They've been had a big squad since the beginning of time.
We've been doing content for a couple of years now. Be honest. Every time Liverpool were going up against City, who was nice to Liverpool?
You.
So don't include
Am I not being nice to Arsenal this year? Be
honest.
No,
I'm just saying.
Only because you're doing badly. That's it.
I'm just saying. When you say we,
doing what?
Don't include me.
Badly.
Oh no! I'm not.
My point is
my own fan base. I want Arsenal to win the league. I don't mind.
Don't include me in you guys. That's all.
Bro, your cousin from
no me. Don't include me, right?
Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, you think that can run on me? Okay, bro.
This is true, bro. My dad's a Liverpool fan. I got love for you, lot, man.
Listen, I don't have that relationship that Alan has with you or that Staffy has with you. Arsenal, just my cousin from London. Like, we just not rivals or anything. But anyway, look, we've spoken enough on Arsenal. This man requested to come up on this panel to address me. So we out here. So now I want to hear exactly what the problem is. But before we go there, 260 people are watching us. Big up to you guys. Big up to everyone for always supporting the Premier League Review Show. I know you guys absolutely love it. Make sure you slap the likes. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. The road to 12.7k continues, ladies and gentlemen. So please slap off that like button. Subscribe, minimum 150 likes. Thank you to Qusay, AJ, and Momo for the super chats. Big up to you guys. And see, thank you, AJ. And he's a City fan. Husam's given Arsenal flowers on multiple streams. See, I'm being nice as well. I'm not an asshole. So yeah, like the video, guys, and subscribe. So Staffy, you wanted to come up and speak to me. So tell me what the problem is, my brother.
Oh, no, there's no problem. I just saw you talking too much about my team. So I was like, it's only right to have someone out there to, instead of having 2 Arsenal representatives, don't just put us up here. One of us will speak. That's all. That's not a personal issue. It's a footballing issue.
Oh, is that it? We built it up, and you were speaking in the comment section about Hussam versus Staffy, and now you just telling me
I said smash the likes for Hussam versus Staffy.
That's Staffy. All you could have said is I want to be on the panel. This was
no. You said that's technically what
he got his wish at the end of the day, Hussam.
Yeah, Steve DM'd me. He's like, "Yo, you got space?" I'm like, Fuck yeah, I got space after you giving Spurs 6. You damn right I got space. If I don't have space now, I ain't ever gonna have space. You just pack the shit out of them. But you know what it is? I grew up in a different era. I don't know how old are you, Steph? How old are you, if you don't mind saying?
I'm 29.
Okay, so me and you, we grew up in the same era, bro. It's tribalism, and I love this aspect of football. And this is why I cannot, because whenever I do Q&As and shit, and people always tell me, this is why I cannot support an NBA team, because there isn't enough tribalism. I need hatred. Hatred is what gets me going. Hatred is what gets me going in this fucking football thing. Like, I love it. I hate Man United. I fucking hate that club. In my whole life, I bought one Man United, sort of, how do you say it? One Man United piece of
merchandise.
Merchandise, there you are. I bought one piece of Man United merchandise, and that was a United bathroom slippers. So I step on their crest every time I go take a shit. That is how much I hate that club. And listen, I see new waves of football fans, and they're a lot more chill than me, but I'm not chill. I say it with chest. Fuck Man United. I hate that club. And I'll be damned if I ever give you credit. I'll be damned. I ain't ever going to give you credit. I don't give a fuck what you do. And by the way, my point on your club, I've actually been fair to your club this season. Because all I've said is, and this is what rattled your fan base, the only difference between Oli and Ten Hag is Casemiro, because you play pragmatic football. I've stated a fact that triggers people, which is you have the second deepest defensive line in the whole league. Hussam didn't make that shit up. Numbers don't lie. So only Nottingham Forest hug their goalkeeper more than you. That's how defensive you are. And the third thing I said is, hey, next season, if you want to play offensive football and Lisandro or Martinez are not having an orgy with De Gea and they're actually at the halfway line, we saw what happened in the second half against Liverpool at Anfield. They played the high line one time this whole year. They held 6 in one half. So
first of all, we didn't play a high line once.
Like Man United are going to be this.
Oh, you definitely played a
fucking high line.
No, you definitely played a high line at Anfield.
No, I said he said that's the only time we played a high line this year.
Oh, tell us the other time.
The only time. I don't know, bro. That's how many games we watched.
Oh, at least know the other time if you're going to make.
Well,
such
that
a
was
statement,
one. Regardless if that was the only, that was one time. A significant moment or significant
we're gonna sit here and talk about
you can't tell us the other time, bro. So as far as we know, Hussam, I back Hussam here.
Of course you will. You guys just admitted you were cousins. But if you're gonna sit here and talk about a 6-0 half that was a freak result, if you think that's sustainable football, then explain to me why after that game the gap went from 7 points to 9 points. So you're still talking about that 7, but that 7 now.
So you're doing the Allen. I speak on United and you speak on Liverpool in return. Speak on your club.
Well, he is talking with a Liverpool fan, by the way.
Okay, 1 second, guys. Let's just get this shit out the way. Liverpool are crap. Liverpool are shit. Liverpool have underachieved. Liverpool should have done better. I've got 10 outfield players not playing at their level. Trent has been shit defensively this year. Van Dijk's been crap. Salah hasn't played at his level. Fabinho's finished. I hope Staffy's happy now. We got that out of the way. Now speak.
Robert, hey, you forgot Robertson.
Hey, Hussam, to be fair, this ain't 8 Mile, bro. You're not gonna do that here.
See what he does, bro, but that's what I said. This is what Hussam does.
I responded with Alan. The two big boys are speaking. The two big boys are speaking.
Bro, this is what Chelsea fans and Liverpool fans have been doing all season, Alan. They try and 8 Mile the show and think they can avoid banter because they do it, bro. It doesn't work like that.
Alan, next time I'm gonna bring you a Leicester fan so you and the other Tim Pot club can speak. Let the two big boys speak. When me and Staffy speak, you bring water to the table. That's how much you don't sit on that table. So just relax.
Big boy.
My point is a very simple point. Can I just speak, Alan? Can I speak? Okay. Anyway, as I was saying, I actually addressed Staffy using facts about his club, and the first statement to come out his mouth is, if that's sustainable, why didn't you become better in the league? And I'm just sat here thinking,
because you're talking.
That was a good impression, bro.
No. He said I can do an impression of him too, but I'll leave that.
Please
for later.
Please do.
Hey, they'll call you racist. Be careful. I can.
Don't go there. Don't go there.
No. I'm Arabic, bro. That's what I'm saying. I could do it too. So
you're an Arab, really?
Yeah, I'm Egyptian.
هلا والله حبيبي big up خلاص I'm too hard for you.
Look at this! Look at this guy!
Hey,
man's name
Sam,
is
you're something
Mustafa.
else.
How don't you
حبيب
know?
قلبي يا
This guy's a
ستافي حبيب
joker.
قلبي brother love you
Leo, the
brother.
guy's name is Mustafa. How can't you tell?
I don't know why he didn't notice.
أخي his name is Staffy.
His name is Mustafa.
It's Mustafa, but that's like
Baba,
not
you know
easy.
who called him Mustafa here? So 1 hour
I
21
mean,
minutes.
Miguel,
no
to
one
be
called him
honest, is the
Mustafa.
only one that says that. To be honest,
Big
Miguel
up,
told me
Sam,
that.
man. You're killing
Yeah,
me.
they called him Staffy from the start. Wait,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
speak
yeah.
Arabic, Mustafa?
Yeah, I lived in Egypt for 12 years.
Oh
Swear
my
down.
God.
I live in
Oh,
America,
look
but I
at
lived in
him now.
Egypt
Now
for
the
12
now the
years.
smoke's died down a little bit. Now
See,
the
this
heat,
is
now it's cooled down. Look at him. Look at
Oh,
him.
Northern friend.
This is-
Jaden, why are you acting like you're not kumbayaing with Liverpool and Man United fans all season, bro?
me and Sam are about to
Stop
have a
sending him
rivalry in
DMs
two
right now.
languages. We're gonna have a rivalry in English, and we're gonna have one Arabic. We're gonna speak in two languages. But
Oh,
no,
Egypt-
let me go back, bro. Look, the fans are here to watch us talk shit.
No, but
so
honestly,
let's-
on a real level, just respond to the Man United part. Honest
let's-
opinion.
Please.
what was the question? I really forgot what we were talking about.
Talking about your
Okay,
highlight.
next season,
Oh yeah, you were talking about a
Here's the
highlight.
thing.
Okay.
why are Ten Hag playing defensive football? Your response is going to be he doesn't have his players, which I
Which
have
he
no problem with.
doesn't.
He
Yeah.
doesn't, but look, I
See,
can't.
Which is
I'm
fair.
fair. I don't have a problem with that. All I'm saying is, absolutely, Arab friends, you motherfucker, hold that, Essie, hold that. If you don't like it, hold that. So now here's the thing, Mustafa. If we see if what you could have told me, Mustafa, from the start, Igali, you don't know how to introduce people. You know don't know how to say like,
not
hey.
Igal's fault.
To be honest, I came with a fire.
How did
at
it
you,
become
so-
Eagle's fault here?
Listen,
Exactly,
we're-
again,
we're-
you
Hussam,
watch your entrance into
fair
this.
to
You
me,
came up here like
we're
the
not-
Rock. I'm gonna be real
To be
with you.
fair to me, Hussam, it's your channel. So I just didn't get
He
enough
just
time. to
relayed a
speak on it.
message for me.
My apologies.
I was like, you
Yes.
know what? Just
Yeah,
send
we
a
should have done this off camera. My bad.
This is all Igal's
I know.
fault. Let's just keep it up.
No.
Listen,
But
I'll
now
take
here's
the
the
blame.
thing.
Everyone
No,
But
we're
blame
now
good,
here's
we're
the
good.
thing.
Nah,
Next
let's
season,
talk
when
football,
he
yeah.
does get his players, do you agree that there is going to be a transition phase, so you might not be as good?
Sam, I'm 100% aware of that. And speaking of a highlight, I just want to go back to our point. If you look at the first two games of the season, especially that Brentford game when we lost 4-0, that was 100% Ten Hag playing his Ajax system. He didn't. He 100% underestimated the Premier League to go to Brentford away and play. We played Eriksen in the 6. Mind you, the game before he played in the 9. So you played Eriksen in the 9, a false 9, and then you played him in a 6. And we all saw how he got destroyed. And this is why after that game, we went on and signed Casemiro right away. Now, on your point of playing pragmatic football, I don't think it's more of just playing pragmatic. It's more like when a new manager comes in, let's say you have a roof on your house and it's leaking, okay? What is the first thing you do? You plug in those holes,
Fix the leak?
you stop the leak, and then you start cleaning. You can't start cleaning when there's a leak still. And that's the first thing big managers or just managers in general will do in every team. Do you remember how pragmatic Arteta was the first 2 years with Arsenal? He played some of the worst football, and people didn't understand that he needed to stop conceding before he could build up. If you have a base, you can build up. If you have no base, you can't build up. So he got spanked 2 games in a row. That 4-0 Brentford defeat was humiliating. And from there, he was like, you know what? I need to adapt to what I have right now. I can't expect to play the same way I was playing with Ajax, that high line, that high press, that attacking fluent football with these players that just finished 7th last year. And that was officially their worst Premier League record in Manchester United's history. That was the worst team officially in our history. So it's not more of him being pragmatic. It's more of him in the beginning, it was just like, all right, we're going to just stop conceding and we'll see where we go from here. And this is why when we went on a run of, I don't know how many wins we got. It was during that phase where we beat Barcelona in the Europa League and Rashford was scoring like every other game.
By the way.
It was not lucky. It was every other game.
Xavi messed up that game, and you know it.
Who?
Xavi messed up that game.
Xavi's a shit manager, and I always say
He
that.
messed up. He didn't start Balde. The fucking midfield was all over the place. I think he got it wrong.
So it's my fault that my manager made better decisions.
No, it ain't your fault. It's your fault you lost 3-0 to Sevilla, though, when they're 14th in La Liga. That's what's your fault.
It was
By
Maguire's.
the way, they won again today, so they're actually picking up form. Shout
No,
out
no,
to
bro,
El
listen.
Nziri.
Sevilla is shit.
Hey, man,
I
you
don't wanna-
ignited them, innit?
I don't want to deflect. But Sevilla is shit. We lost to them, and we are shit. Sorry, they are shit. So I'm not even.
I don't
trying to
think
make
they're
it-
shit.
They're shit, bro. If
No,
you
they're
watch
not.
the 2 games, bro, the 5 goals that we conceded was schoolboy defending, bro. We gave them 2 headers.
Okay,
we
well,
scored 2 goals, and we passed them the ball for 2 goals. And
But
they
you
scored
still
no
have to put
tackle.
the ball in the net because
Yeah,
that's
but it
what
doesn't make it good
we
to give
all
you
as
the
a
ball to
collective
score
shit
Nah,
on Timo
Steve.
Werner for
Bro,
doing.
just
Steve,
trust
they're
me,
shit,
bro.
man. They're in
Trust me, they're
13th in
shit.
La Liga, bro. Come on,
If
bro.
they,
But they're
that's
picking
me.
up form. They're picking
Yeah,
up
but
form.
they haven't
Listen,
picked
you
up
watch all
form
these
since
leagues.
they
I'm
But
played
it
telling
Man
you,
doesn't
U.
fucking matter, Steve.
They're
They're
still
13th.
shit, man. Anyone
telling
can
you
pick
what
up
I
Yes,
form,
I'm
bro.
not-
They're still shit, bro.
I'm saying they turned up against you guys. So at that
bro,
time, they
really
were not
didn't, bro.
shit.
Listen, it would be
Yes,
easy for
they
me to
did.
come here and say
They
they're such a-
out-hustled you. They outworked
Listen,
you. They won the
hear me
second
out.
balls.
Just let me.
But that
finish.
doesn't mean they're not shit, bro.
Listen to me. I could easily come here and say they're such an amazing
Out-hustled you,
team.
hype.
I could come here and
Yes.
say they're such a good team. This is why we lost to them. We had no chance. That would be the easy route. But I admitting that they are so shit, but they still beat us. That's even harder to say because it's easy to lose to a good team, but to lose
Say
to
it
a
again,
shit
bro. We
team-
don't mind.
Huh?
You can say it again. We don't mind.
Anyways, bro, you guys are making me lose my train of thought over here.
Sorry.
We were just talking about
Sorry,
that pragmatic
sorry,
football.
God forbid again. I defend La Liga and European football. Sorry, I apologize.
You have like 20 teams.
Bro, you're not
bro. We
defending
could-
La Liga.
we
You're
could spend
telling me
all day
a team
defending.
that had
Guys, he
13th are
lost
good.
his train of thought just like Maguire
Oh.
did. So just let him learn.
See, there's a lot of insult that you could have given me, but that's probably the worst one. Never call me that again. Call me anything else, but don't call me Maguire.
I didn't
But-
call him Maguire. I said you both lost your train of thought, which he did.
Anyways, I'm gonna ignore that so we can keep the show going. This guy, bro, he just wants to joke around and he doesn't want to actually talk football.
But I do want to talk football. I stopped them speaking so you can speak. So go ahead.
All right, no. So back to your point. When you see how the seasons went and how we progressed from basically those first early 2 defeats to quote unquote playing pragmatic, we have elevated our play throughout the season. Now, these few injuries that we got in the last few weeks kind of hindered us. And I'm not gonna lie, like the Sevilla game, the Nottingham Forest game, even though we won, and today, you can tell that we have kind of like fallen off of form. Because if we were playing most of these teams a month ago, when we were on a good undefeated streak, I would be like, you know what? I don't mind playing anyone right now. But right now, you can 100% see that the minute we lose 1 or 2 players, and we actually lost 5 players until we got a few of them today, you can tell that this team really, really lacks depth. You can't really play the style that he wants to play until he gets like an overhaul. He needs to get so many players out like Arteta did, like Pep did, like Klopp did. Everyone did that. You can sit here and clown my team all you want and make fun of us and say pragmatic or whatever, but that's how every process starts. So you can make fun of it, but that's actually factual.
That's
so
not
next
true.
season, it is true. How many
you know-
losses?
you know
How
what?
many losses did the club
Pep
have?
didn't
his first
start
season?
pragmatic. Klopp didn't start pragmatic.
Yeah, no. Hold on. Pep took over a champion team when they hired him.
No, they weren't a champion.
what's
They
his
weren't a
name?
champion.
They
bro.
weren't a
They weren't a champion.
Pellegrini was a
yeah.
champion, and then
No, he
the
wasn't.
next
No.
season, yes, he was.
He
Pellegrini
wasn't. He didn't
won,
win the league the season before. He
bro.
got Pep here, bro.
Pellegrini won the title. Go look it up. I don't care what you say.
He won the
Pellegrini
title, but
I'll-
the season after he left, he didn't
That-
win. The season
yeah.
he
No,
left, he
Pep
didn't win the league.
win. Pep didn't win his first year. He took
No,
over.
but
a-
Finished
Pellegrini didn't
third
win
or
his
fourth.
last season.
All right.
His last
Yes,
year, that's what I'm saying.
but you're not listening to me. He
Okay, what
won
were you
the
trying to say?
title. He won
Yeah.
the title, and in the next season,
Let me look
he
it up.
got because remember Pep got hired in January, October,
Yeah.
January, December, something like that. It was very early when he got the job. They knew that next season Pellegrini's out anyways, but he inherited a way better team than what Ten Hag inherited this season. So if you're gonna make a comparison, say, well, you know, like Pep didn't do that. Pep was playing with David Silva, Yaya Toure, Aguero, and all these studs. in
That's
his
why I
team.
said and Klopp though.
Well, Club had a better overhaul than that because Club
But-
had legit garbage.
You know what? You know what, though?
Hey,
No, but-
stop this. Hey, bro.
Staffy, you know what you have to point out, though?
Crazy.
Let me say this.
How?
Let me say this.
How?
Let me say this.
What?
Steffi, you are
A better
wild, bro.
overhaul.
Time
Like
out?
he had to get rid of more players than Pep did. And that's factual.
No, but I don't get that. You
Like,
said
what's the
starting
point
team
of
was
that? I don't
good.
get it.
Yeah, the starting team was good. The starting team of Klopp's team wasn't good, and he played pressure.
No,
high
that's what I'm
press, big
saying.
game pressing from game one.
You know what I'm hearing? You know
Bro,
what I'm
your
hearing?
first season was? How many losses did you guys have in that first season? You
That's
guys
not
were
the point.
celebrating a.
That's not the point, though, bro.
That's not
No,
the point.
this
So what
is
is the-
this
You're
is
just
what
trying
I'm
to
hearing.
find a point to big up Ten Hag here. That's what you're trying to do.
No,
right?
I'm not.
And,
No,
and
no,
we're not
no,
having
no.
it. We're not
No,
having
No,
it.
there's
bro.
actually a
I'm
point
trying
to
to be
big up what
realistic.
Ollie was doing. There's a point to big up what
Yeah,
Ollie
you're
was doing.
accusing me of being a joker, but look at your background and look how you just moved the goalpost 13 times.
How did I move the goalposts when you keep shifting? Oh, but Pep did this.
I
but
didn't
Klopp
shift.
did that.
Did you
So-
or did you
so that-
did you or did you not say it always starts pragmatic? I said Pep and Klopp didn't start pragmatic. Pep, okay, he had a good team. Klopp didn't, and he didn't start pragmatic.
Bro,
And
and
instead
you
of
were
just
getting
agreeing,
spanked.
you're giving excuses.
But no, I'm not making excuses. You guys,
that's what you were
guys
doing for the
got
last 3
spanked
minutes,
in
bro.
your first season. What? So Klopp's first season. What was his positioning? Where did he finish in
Fourth.
the league that year? No, he didn't make top 4 in his first year.
In the first season, he did.
He competed in Europa League and lost
six.
in the final to Sevilla, correct? And then the
Yeah.
next year they played
Yeah,
Champions League
no, I'm
football.
saying, but he's
Yeah.
asking about first season, first full season, or when he came in
my
mid-season?
guy came on here with no facts at all, just bare
Bro,
assumptions.
because I'm not. I don't sit here and just read
one
numbers.
second.
and not have the
Husham,
football.
No, but you
No one
came
was
out with
asking.
assumptions with your
One
chest,
second,
but
one
then
second.
none of them are
Finished
right.
fourth.
First
Hold
season,
on.
Klopp finished 8th. That's the reality.
There you
No,
go,
but
bro.
he
I
said-
know he
he
didn't
said-
finish top 4.
He said first season, though.
He said first season, not first full season.
Yeah,
Oh,
first
so you're
season.
counting when he
Whenever
came in October?
Oh wow. Okay.
I don't remember, bro. How many years ago was that? He came
Yeah,
over
he came in November or October. But Ten Hag had the transfer window. Klopp hasn't had the transfer window.
and this is why he's
If I
finishing
count-
third place.
If I count the one where Klopp had one transfer window, he finished
And-
fourth.
and he's finishing in third place. There you go.
Hey,
If he
Newcastle might
fin-
have to something to say
if-
about that, bro.
If
But
he
that's not the
finished in
point.
eighth-
Once again, we're talking
Yes,
about
that is the
style of
point.
football.
No.
Bro, it doesn't matter what you're saying at this point, because if I'm saying he finished 8th, but he played less of a season, this, and that, and Ten Hag, no matter what you want to contradict the way he played in the beginning, the way he played now, the way he played throughout the season, he is still finishing third. His first season is still
Has
better than
nothing to do with the point. Once again.
So what is your point? Because
Okay, let me make your life easier. Assume, for the sake of argument, Klopp finished 15th. Okay, just so you're happier. Let's assume Klopp finished 15th in his first season or his first full season or whatever the fuck. That does not negate that he played a certain style of football.
and
Your
it
point
didn't
is
get you nowhere.
everyone starts pragmatic. I'm saying no, Klopp didn't start pragmatic.
Okay,
we were
so
playing
if Klopp didn't
first
start
game
pragmatic,
Tottenham away with Lucas Leiva. We were doing gegen pressing.
I love
And
Lucas
what-
Leiva,
and-
by
and-
the way. Shout out, Lucas.
why he was shit. Okay, and where did that
From a
get you?
Lazio fan, but anyways, go on.
But
See,
so
So
now,
the point wasn't where it got you; it was what a manager did, bro. If your
So
point
when
was
he
where
didn't-
it got you, it was different.
so I
So
still
once
don't-
again, he's
I-
shifting the goalpost.
No,
once
I'm
again.
not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Because now you're
Because
moving it from
saying-
style of
no,
play
no,
to
no,
where
no,
did
no.
he finish?
No, hold on. We can sit here and trying to make jokes about Ten Hag all you want. If he played
Who's
pragmatic,
making
and
jokes?
you-
We're talking style of play.
okay, so if he started pragmatic and you're saying it's not good, which I don't believe he's been pragmatic the whole season, but he definitely did start pragmatic after these 2 defeats, as I said. What is the issue with his first season where he can't play the style that he 100% wants, and we all know that, but he's still in 2 cup finals and finishing third, whereas you're sitting there bragging about the fucking Gegenpress and you're orgasming all over it,
Has the
and
season
you
ended?
finished 8th.
I haven't orgasmed once.
No, but,
You have
hey,
just
Staffy,
You're
has
but
the
you're
season
too
ended
excited.
yet, bro?
It's like
Have you
he
finished third already?
yeah, you have just
Have you
Are we
finished
not
third
talking
already?
Do you think we're
You've just
dropping out of the top
contradicted
4?
yourself about
No, but I'm
5
just saying,
times.
have you finished third already? That doesn't
How
make
can
You've
sense.
not
you say that
stuck
with a
to your
straight
point.
face? I've never orgasmed.
Yeah, let me just tell you what just happened. He tried it. He got debunked so quick, so he
No,
just
I
had
did
to
not.
shift
I
the
just
goalpost
proved
3
to you.
different times.
No,
He
I
went
didn't.
from
I just proved to you.
Style of play to where did you finish? When no one spoke on where did you finish to begin with. He said
Because
everyone
you
starts
wanted to
pragmatic.
bring up the
I
Gegenpress
said
so
Pep
bad.
and Klopp
You wanted
starts
to remind
pragmatic.
us.
Klopp, from game 1, Tottenham away, we were playing gegenpress, which is his style. There is nothing pragmatic about it whatsoever. There is nothing pragmatic at pressing the other team and playing offensive football. Now, where did you finish has nothing to do with style of
course
football.
it does. Because
I
it
could have
shows
finished
you.
15th, but I still played Klopp football. You're not playing Ten Hag football. And once again, you gave us a 7-minute monologue where you didn't even answer the question. The question
Yes, I
was,
did.
do you think that next season you're going to have a transition period when Ten Hag eventually gets his players and wants to play that offensive football, which I think he will? And I used the example in which you played the high line and conceded 6.5, because it's much more different defending a high line, and Igal and Veiter and Kunle will attest to this. Defending a high line is much more different, which is why I rate the City centre-backs higher than yours, the Arsenal centre-backs higher than yours, the Liverpool centre-back higher than yours, because when you defend the high line, it's a totally different type of defending. If I tell Virgil van Dijk and Konate to hug Alisson every single game, they won't concede a goal. Like they won't
We
concede a
don't,
goal.
but we don't.
And it'll be
have the
very easy to
goalkeeper
play.
when we have Lissandro and Varane in the team. It's totally different than having Maguire. You cannot play a high line when you have Maguire in the team. We all know why. There's no one person.
But we're
here
not
that's
talking
gonna
about
say-
Maguire though.
No, but
I
Staffy,
say
to be
we-
fair, even when you had those defenders, you weren't playing.
We're still
quote
playing
unquote,
the
a high
in,
line.
in which games, V? Because against the smaller teams, we
hey,
did play
Staffy,
like
you keep moving the goalposts every
that.
time
I'm
someone
not,
has an
bro.
answer
We're
for
talking
you.
about high line
Someone
right now.
has an
okay?
answer for
Stay
you,
on this
and then you
point.
move it to another side.
No.
Then
Stay
you
on
have
this
an
point. Stay
Go
on
on.
this point. We're talking about the high line right now.
Yeah.
You are saying we don't play a high line.
Which you
Against a
don't.
lot of the smaller teams, we do. No, bro.
No,
do
you
watch
don't.
our games?
No, okay, look, okay, Staffy, I want to say
literally
you have.
scored 3
No, hold on
counter-attack
one
goals
second.
against
Sam.
Leicester at home, who are
Because
19.
the 2 examples you've given us for where you played a high line, you got smoked in it. So give us some other ones so we can relate to what you were talking
Bro,
about.
give me examples of how many games we played a low block. That
I
you said,
tried to give you
because
the
I
facts,
could
but then
reverse
you
it
told
on
me.
you. But
I
No,
gave you
because
the facts.
okay,
of-
answer my question, then I'll deal with yours. How about that?
bro, but that's insane to say that because no, hold on. You can laugh all you want, bro. You can laugh all you want. Tactics would change within a game sometimes. It depends on what's going on. It depends on who you're facing. Today is an example against Brighton. We did not play a high line. It was very obvious, but it's very obvious why you can't play a high line because it's Brighton as
Because
a
of
team
Danny Welbeck.
is a way better drill team than us. They play expensive football. They have some of the best.
How come they're a better drill team than you when Desiree came in mid-season?
Because this group of players have been playing together for about 3 years under Graham Potter.
No,
He
they
took on
haven't.
a
'Cause
way
they
better-
sell like multiple players every summer.
They're best
Hassan, who
players
did they
usually
sell?
as well. They're best players as well.
Hold on. Who did they sell? They sold
about
Bissouma
like
and
4 or 5
Cucurella.
players.
Ben
No,
White.
they sold-
Ben White.
no, Ben White. How many years ago was that? Like
What do
3
you mean?
years
How many
ago?
years was last year, bro?
Okay,
Little
so
last year.
so it's been 2 seasons, bro. You can laugh all you want, bro. You can laugh, all
Bro,
you
because
want.
every time
This
we
crop of
answer you,
players-
you change it, bro.
No, I'm
Every
not
single
changing
time
it,
for the
bro.
last
You're
15
very good
minutes.
at shifting goalposts,
I'm
but
really
with
not,
certain
bro.
people it
No,
won't
no,
run.
no,
I'm
no.
gonna be real
No,
with
no,
you.
hold on. I'm not at
Because
all.
we like to
Because
pin
you're
you down on the
comparing
points we give you.
a manager who hasn't had a full season with this shit group of players to a team that I already said they were very good with Graham Potter. The only reason Graham
Has
Potter
he had
left,
a full season with them?
Hold on. I'm talking. The only reason Graham Potter left is because he got a better job opportunity at a bigger team. He did not get fired for underperforming with this team. So this team was already on an uprise. You just put a very good manager with them, and he continued the progress. Whereas Ten Hag took on a team that was declining, and he had to get rid of as many players as he could. He's not even halfway done with the players that he needs to get rid of.
Let me ask you
Because
this.
we got rid of only the likes of Lingard and Pogba, who wasn't even our worst player, and we still have shit in the club like Scott McTominay. You still got Maguire. You still got
Let
Fred.
me ask you this. Okay,
No,
so
no, because Vader games, I don't like to when people get away with points. Like he said that, and he thought we were not gonna pin him. So now,
No, go back, bro. Go back. It's too many people
so
throwing
now-
questions at me, so
Yeah,
I
it's
can't
true,
keep
it's
it.
true.
is just yes or no? Is De Gea shit?
He is a shit footballer. He's a good shot stopper.
Can you just answer without like?
I don't
just
think he's
tell me,
shit.
Is he shit or not?
Bro, I gave you an
So
honest
no,
answer.
so no. Okay,
Okay,
cool.
so
Next
no,
one.
he is.
If you want, I'm talking in the context of being in a
Bro, I
Ten
just want
Hag
yes or
team
no. I just want yes or no. Wallahi, that's all I want. So is
for
Wan
the
Bissaka
future.
yes?
No. For the future, then I'll say no.
Okay, is Wan Bissaka shit?
I personally don't. I'm not a big fan of him.
Okay, no problem. Is Lissandro shit?
No,
Is Varane shit?
no.
Is Luke Shaw shit?
People think he's shit. I don't think so.
Okay, is Casemiro shit?
Next question.
Is Eriksen shit?
No, not at all.
Is Bruno shit?
I'm on the fence with him.
Okay.
Your best
Is
player,
Rashford
bro.
shit?
I'm on the fence with him.
Is Martial shit?
He needs to go.
Is Anthony shit?
No.
Okay, so out of your entire starting 11, there's 2 shit players. And you
No.
just said he's coming to the shit team. How does that make sense?
Wait, hold on.
So we're moving the goalpost now for Man United? That
I'm
suddenly
not-
he's coming like into a really shit team?
See, but this is what you're trying to do.
Because
There's
I can
difference
say it's a
between-
shit team that Klopp came into, and I'll mention you the entire shit 11.
No,
Meaning
he
they
did. He
shit,
did come in as shit team. I know
Linus
that.
shit, Moreno's shit, Lovren's shit, Saka's
100%.
shit.
I know that. I never
Lucas
said he
Leiva,
wasn't.
you called him shit. Emre Can, Midi. Lallana, Midi. Origi.
Okay,
He became clutch later on, but at the time he was okay. You know, Milner
let me-
shit, Henderson shit.
So
See
let
the
me
difference?
talk. And I'll mention the players that I said I'm on the fence with, and I'll say why. The players that I said are shit is because I don't think they're shit footballers. I think they're shit for us. They don't have a future in the team. De Gea, I appreciate what he's done for the club. I appreciate the years that he served us. If we want to move forward and play the style of football that he wants to play, the manager, you need not only a shot stopper, but you need someone who's good on the ball, who's commanding in his box. So De Gea has to go. Wan-Bissaka, I know Man United fans love him. Oh, he's the best one-on-one defender in the world, blah, blah, blah. You can say all you want. The guy's shit on the ball. He does not know how to pick out a pass. He cannot dribble. I don't care what he did today, that dribble that he did on the line. That was once in a lifetime. I don't care about that. Now, Lisandro just joined us this year, so that's signing number 1. Okay? Varane was here. It is what it is. Luke Shaw. I personally like Luke Shaw. A lot of people don't think he fits. We'll let him slide. Casemiro just got signed. Okay. Eriksen just got signed. And so these are the 3. I already mentioned the 3 signings that he wants. Rashford, no matter what Man United fans want to say, and a lot of Man United fans that are going to hate me right now, he cannot play the style of football that Ten Hag is going to command. So he can get us all the goals. He can be a academy product, and he can big him up. And Rashford this, Rashford that. I get it. He's one of us. He's born and bred, whatever. He's not going to stay in this team for a while. If you want to play the way that the Ten Hag wants to play, he's not going to stay because this guy either scores a goal or he does nothing for 90 minutes. And you've seen it today. Today for 90 minutes, he's done nothing. Martial, I can't even believe that you tried to mention Martial because I can like him as a footballer, but this guy, he played, I don't even know how many games he's played for us today. I know Weghorst has played more games than him. That's how unreliable he is. So he's been
a good player or not, though, bro.
No, but he tried to mention him in the starting 11 as in like, oh, well, if you don't think he's shit, well, he's in the team. So that's one player that we're going to count in the Ten Hag squad. The guy hasn't even been available for more than half the season. So that regardless of how I feel about him, he hasn't even been available.
Okay, so who would you replace him with?
Conley, listen.
It's not.
Let me just end it right here.
No, hold on.
This is the 6th or 7th time that you actually haven't answered the single thing I've said.
Bro, you named the 11.
There is nothing that you just did that negates anything I've said. There's nothing.
Of course
like,
it does.
Every time
because you tried to say
I'm
that
doing like this because I'm like, okay,
no, you said that
okay.
you basically tried to say that 9 of the players. You basically tried to say that 9 of the players of the 11 that you named could play his system. And I'm like, no, that's insane because regardless of how I feel about them as footballers, it does not mean that. Yes, he did because he said, oh, well, there's no 2 of the players you only
called it a shit team and we debunked that, to be honest with you. The
yes,
same way we debunked the pragmatic point.
You have Weghorst coming off the bench.
That you've been on. I can't lie to you.
Weghorst played the whole season instead of Martial because he was injured for like 70% of the season. You can laugh all you want, bro, but I'm sitting here. I'm studying what actually happened.
I'm not.
He played more minutes than Martial played, so we can't even make a point about Martial.
Frustrated.
No, bro. Like I'm not here to talk about football, bro. Just let me talk. I mean, as I said, if you want to joke and be a clown or whatever, that's all fine. We can have our banter. But if you want to talk serious football, I'm here to talk about
serious football means you have to answer the questions, not dance around in a circle, bro.
What more do you want me to say? Because this guy tried to say that 9 out of the 11 are good enough to play for this team, and I'm going through them again.
He actually said, just so you know, he said 9 out of the 11 are good footballers.
Yes,
that's what he said. He never talked about the system. He never talked about Ten Hag's team. He just said, and you just volunteered that information, bro.
Aubameyang was a good footballer.
I never said that.
Aubameyang was a good footballer, and Arteta had to get rid of him. Ozil was a good footballer, and Arteta had to get rid of him. Being a good footballer and being a player that fits your system are 2 different things. I think Rashford is good enough to be a Premier League footballer. I don't think he's good enough to long term be with Manchester United under Ten Hag's system. I think Martial is a good footballer.
Who disagrees with that, though?
But that just proved that what you just said when you said, oh well, you just said 2 out of 11 are shit. So basically, this team should be good enough. That's absolutely
you said
insane.
It's a shit team, and this goes back to the point originally, which is Klopp inherited the shit team, and whether the players were good enough to play Klopp's style or not, he played it. So once again, you have not.
Bro, we're gonna keep going in circles because you said that.
No, I'm actually not going in circle. I'm going in straight line. You're the one that's going around, bro.
Ollie looks a lot better now than what he used to because that narrative of Ollie only has a certain style of play. He had to do what he had to do with those players that you're describing right now.
Yeah, and we played counter-attacking football only.
And That's pretty much what Ten Hag is doing with those crap players.
Bro,
when he doesn't have the new players, the Casemiros, the Eriksons, right? When he doesn't have those, the Martinez, when he doesn't have those, he's got to do Ollie ball. So
because these are Oli players. I'm glad that you said that. So when he's playing with Oli players, he has to play Oli ball because these guys are shit. How are these guys going to play
players?
Huh?
You think Ollie would want that standard of players and didn't want better players?
Wait, I'm so
that's what he was provided. So
no, that's what he asked for. He brought in Wan-Bissaka. He brought in Maguire. These signings that he made when he was playing McFred in the midfield, he was happy with that midfield. He used to play Pogba on the left wing in the Europa League or whatever it was 2 seasons ago. So it's insane to even use that point, because if you're telling me what
if you want to use the factual point, if you want to use the factual point, then Oli actually played a more offensive style than Ten Hag.
He did not.
Factually speaking,
he actually
Ollie's
played
team had more possession. Ollie's team played a higher line with Maguire in there and finished second. So once again, there's nothing that you've said that rebuttals what I've said. But look, this is approaching 2 hours. I don't want this to become a movie. We're gonna have to revisit this some other time. I generally don't think you rebutted anything I said, but it is what it is. Let me just read these super chats before we wrap up. Big up to AJ who says they said Casemiro is better than Rodri. I've said from the start, I think Rodri and Partey are both better than Casemiro because they can do Casemiro's work and they can pass the football as well. Casemiro has a clear deficiency in his game that, maybe moving forward, they'll find out more about that when they don't hug the goalkeeper. Steve says, I will rephrase, Sevilla are a good cup side, inconsistent league side. Now, I hear what you're saying, Steve, but however, it does not negate that they beat Villarreal, they beat Barcelona, they should have beaten Sevilla. No excuses, 13th in that league, the way they lost as well was embarrassing. So I hear you. Top right, you might as well wear a clown dress. Oh, Sandip, the Man United fan is angry and then says, Hussam, stop interrupting and let the guy finish. I have no problem with the guy speaking for 17 minutes in a row. But just address what I said, though. Like, just going into, guys, I deal with Professor Hamza on Spaces. Like, you understand? You don't know monologues. I know monologues. I've been muted for 7 minutes in a row before. So Hamza can speak. If you think, like, Staffy is nothing in terms of speaking for a long time. Because I've spoken to people who speak non-stop for, 8 minutes in a row. And I've sat there. I've listened. But they actually address what I'm asking them. They don't address other shit that I've not spoken on. How can I tell you style of football and then tell me you finished 8th? Okay, congrats. I finished 15th. No problem. Big up to Khusay who says United fan plus American accent. He lost me a while ago. I don't like that shit, bro. Come on. It doesn't matter where they're from. He's lost me with his arguments, not with his accent, to be honest with you. That's where I just... But we will revisit this some other time. The summer window's coming. I'm an argumentative person, so... we here. Feel like, listen, I debunked his point, but it's the Mina DNA. We can never say we're wrong. I know everyone watching this right now, please don't forget to slap the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Everyone right now, please like, subscribe. Big up to Sandip, Steve, Cool Guy, Osai, AJ, and Momo for the super chats. Big up to you guys. Cool Guy, by the way, said Hussam, more American accent, please. Hey. I do them enough. But
I'll do a Hussam impression soon, but we gotta get the likes up.
Get the likes up.
Yeah.
The American stuff. I cannot do it like you tell me I do it. It just happens.
It just hits. Yeah.
So anyway, slap up the likes, guys. Subscribe to the channel. We're gonna go around the lovely panel. They're gonna let you know where you can find them. So, Alan, where can people find you?
People find me on my channel. Time added on. Got a new Premier League show starting tomorrow. Then I've got a Man United preview on Tuesday and watch-alongs Wednesday and Thursday. So, packed week. So, tune in. Time added on. And, you'll see me crying probably by the end of it because Spurs are going to probably play shit again. So, you're welcome.
Big up. He told me he's going to do watch-alongs again because he's been slacking. Bozo.
Not been slacking.
Kunle, where can people find you?
You can catch me on One Touch TV. On Tunnel TV, on all platforms. Other than on Twitter, it's One Touch T. Someone needs to show me how to change that, to be fair. But also, you can check out tomorrow's show, North London Rivals with Deji Spurs, because he's about to get cooked. Alan, you're more than welcome to join us.
What time?
9 o'clock.
What time?
9 o'clock.
That's when my show goes, man.
Okay, perfect. Igal, go on. Where can people find you?
Egal Talks Football is right here, guys. And also, you can find me on TikTok. You can find me on YouTube. And you can find me on Twitter. Even my Twitter is actually Egal EGTV. I might need to change that too. But yeah, I got a show with Babs. We're going to be previewing the Man City Arsenal matchup that's happening on Wednesday. We're going to do that on Tuesday night at 10. And I also got the Arsenal panel show tomorrow. So if any Arsenal fans out there, come check it out tomorrow at 8 o'clock. I know they're going at 9, so you can check me out first.
I'll be there with you, bro.
There you go.
Yeah. Staffy, where can people find you?
Well, you can find me on socials right here. Eldon Staffy. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Twitter. I will be creating my own channel soon, maybe for the next season. So watch out to me. You'll see me popping up on more shows coming up. I'm gonna be on Alan's show for the Man United preview soon. So for that dickhead who didn't like my accent, you know where to find me, you pussy.
I'm following you right now, Steph. We have words to have.
And guys, by the way, like me and Hassam are talking shit, whatever, but like this is our first time actually talking to each other. It's nothing personal. Like we're just like, trying to put on a Liverpool Man United thing. There's actually no hate between us. He's one of my Arab brothers, So
100%. Vator,
I'm following you right now, bro.
You know where to find me. Vader Games TV on YouTube. I just did a show 9 p.m. tonight. I just did a show, CIA, and it's week 32 to preview. You missed it, go check it out. What? Because I got a face for TV. Now, what you see right here is City Ultimate Test for Glory. We got to go through Arsenal to win this league. We got to go through United for the FA, and we got to go through Real Madrid for the semifinal on our way to the final. Is there a more dangerous test for glory? We do this. We got some conversations, but one game at a time. Arsenal Wednesday. There's going to be a lot of talk, so follow me on socials.
Big up. The reason why Vator goes on full screen is because number one, he's got a face for TV. Number two, he usually has all the backgrounds and shit ready, So you guys, next time, instead of bringing the league table as your background, you can do that and you can promote yourself. But anyway, love for the love, guys. Like the video, subscribe. And speaking of, Igal's channel at 8, Alan at 9 with Kunle, me at 10. I'm getting Troops and Hamza on the same stream. If you are not here by 10 p.m. with a bag of popcorn as big as your head, then you are just a lost human being. So make sure you're here at 10 tomorrow, inshallah. We're gonna announce it in the morning, and then as well at 9, I'll remind you guys. So
make sure you have your nap.
Absolutely, you need your nap. And if you need a nap, just go watch the highlights of the Man United Brighton game. So big up, you guys. Like the video, subscribe, and we'll see you guys later, man. Peace.